Good morning, chat. We are gapped up on the Nasdaq 100 points from yesterday's close. Yesterday's close was at 23,938. So far, the Nasdaq futures are up 0.45%. ES futures up 0.33%. Good morning. Good morning, Funny, Miguel, Norman, Legend. Good luck. We are 1 minute away from market open. We did have some news. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, we should see a 150, 175 BPs lower on the Feds right now. There's a good chance of a 50 basis point rate cut. We can discuss with China the use of NVIDIA chips. And then Trump's just tweeting about how unfair the media has been with Putin. We also have on the docket, very important, market is open, we're working down. Very important on the docket, 10:30 a.m. EST crude oil inventories, 11:15 a.m. Trump making an announcement. Very important. Then 4 p.m. after market closes, Trump signing executive orders. So far, the ES is above the VWAP, 200 SMA, 100 MA, waking down, about to tap the 100 MA. NQ waking down, tapping the 20 MA. Get this VWAP. The VWAP positioned. Okay. Zoom out, make some pivot points. I did not have time to do it earlier, or did not make time. Better way to put it. Okay. Let me get pivot points ready. I am making these off the 2-minute chart because this is uncharted territory. Okay. We're at all-time highs. Legend, whoever else took along, you guys are doing very well right now. Waking up. NVIDIA starting 1% up. ES Tesla starting 0.7% up. Google starting 0.4% up. Amazon starting 0.2% down. Microsoft starting 0.25% down. Meta starting 1% up. Apple starting 1% up. Netflix starting 0.75% up. Palantir starting 1.3% up. Alibaba starting 3.6% up. Waking up. Bitcoin's at 120,000, up 0.5% on the day. ETH is at 4,700, up 3% so far. 5 to 3 minutes into market open. Solana is up 6%. XRP is up 1.6%. Doge is up 5%. We have that trend line up there, kind of coincides with 24,080. Just gonna stay patient. This is gonna be a consolidation day, at least until Trump makes an announcement or some news comes out. I'm a little leaning towards bullish. It obviously is waking up, but I'm just gonna play the extremes, play liquidity sweeps, and play the consolidation of today. We're in between CPI yesterday, PPI coming tomorrow. I'm expecting today to be a pretty much consolidation day, with liquidity sweeps swiping out the highs. Good morning, let's go. Good morning, Mr. 13, Defod, Giannis. Low. I swear I had like 20 price alerts last night. Woke me up like 5 times. Yeah, fuck that. My sleep is way too important. Way too important to have price alerts waking me up. Only time I put price alerts is if it's like we're talking serious money. If I'm in a serious crypto leverage position or anything like that. But besides that, oh, also merch is out. Merch is live. Hats just dropped, just hit the stores. Link is below, pinned in every chat. No missed opportunity.com. Besides that, insider memberships for YouTube. Decide the tier wisely. Basic, premium, expert. Some content will be coming out for you guys. We will be dialing back the merch drops for now. We'll have that Trump design and a couple others spread out and dropped throughout the next month. Then the simulator will be dropping shortly thereafter. And then the mentorship after that. I wanted to play these extremes early, but I'm dealing with something right now. We're good. No missed opportunities, only the next, but I did miss one trade earlier this morning. That swiped down, I was supposed to be in there. But we'll just wait for the next one. No missed opportunities, only the next one. Merch. That FOD's long from 23,946 going to hold. Good job, Defod. Good luck, man. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you smash that like button. It boosts us in the algorithm, boosts the stream, gets us more people, gets more exposure. We are by far the realest, real, transparent, live trading. No just videos, no just shorts, real, transparent, live day trading. Very few YouTube channels are transparently showing every single trade they take, losing or otherwise, while live streaming. ES is making a new high. Very few. So please smash the like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell after you subscribe. We are live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST, trading the market. Nvidia is up 1.1%, Tesla is up 1.3%, Google is up 0.3%, Amazon's up, Amazon's down 0.2%. The VIX is at, volatility index is at 14.37, down 2.5%. ATR is at 8, very low. Russell 2000 is up 0.6%. The Dow Jones is up 0.5%. Good enough. What's up, John? Good morning. Good morning. Did you miss something in the pre-market? What are you talking about? Did I miss news? Is there news I missed in the pre-market? I don't trade in pre-market. I used to when I was a beginner. Couple years. I just wait for the volatility now. Best opportunities are in the volatility unless you're swing trading. Hey, that conviction is yours and yours alone. What's up, Bar? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from the US. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I thought you said you missed a trade this morning. No, right now. When it wicked down on that 21 EMA, I'm supposed to trade liquidity sweeps. Great volatility to start. Volatility is pretty low actually, but yes. It's not bad, it's not bad. I'm waiting for this price target to be hit and then I'll be in. So far, it's doing the opposite, but it's fine. Remember, we are gapped up 100 points. Yesterday's close was at 23,938. So we are gapped up 100 points. And at all-time highs on the Nasdaq. Again, I'm expecting a pretty nice volatility for the first 30 minutes. And then just play liquidity sweeps. Play the consolidation. Because we are in between consumer price index that came out yesterday and PPI, producer price index, that comes out tomorrow. Now on the docket, just came out, Trump is making an announcement at 11:15 a.m. I have no idea what that is, but that could mess up that that conviction right there of consolidation. Screw it, I took my profits here. That FOD going to call it a day. See y'all tomorrow. Jeez, that FOD. Early day, huh? I guess you are up 100 points if you trade during pre-market. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Hey, sometimes you just gotta call it. We're at all-time highs. No one truly knows what's gonna happen. I'm expecting consolidation during this news. But good stuff today. Good stuff. See you tomorrow, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Y'all trading during pre-market and shit. Pre-market, man. Appreciate that, FOD. Bar, and I trade on the 2-minute time frame. Then I have the NQ 5 minutes to the right. NQ 30 minutes to the left. ES 1 minute. I stopped trading on the 1-minute chart like 6-7 months ago. See you tomorrow. Good luck. Appreciate you. Appreciate that, FOD. You too, man. That FOD has already claimed his reward today. Okay. Staying patient. And with one contract long. I'm going against it right now. This could wick down to the ES 100 MA, 200 SMA. Down 100, tapping that 21 EMA. Could go to the NQ 5 minute 21 EMA as well. 10 points down. Beautiful. And with one more, and with 2 contracts long. NQ 30 minute getting weak. We do have that pivot point down there. 24,014 is that pivot point. That was a quick 2 scalps that open. Good job, legend. Down 150, down 200, 2 contracts long. Barn, I have the 21 EMA. And the 200 SMA is on the NQ 30 minute and ES 1 minute. Up 80, up 100, up 200. Up 250, up 300, 2 contracts long. I'm long right now, but make sure you guys are holding your own conviction. NQ 30 minutes starting to get weak. ES is trying to pump. Up 400. 2 contracts long. Getting volatile. Pulling back. ATR is at 12. Little divergence between the ES and NQ. ES is pulling back, NQ is just holding. Trying to come down. Tesla's coming up. Tapping the 20 May. ES create a higher high. NQ 5 minute could bounce here. Could also tank. This may waterfall to the NQ 30 minute VWAP. I'm betting on this going to the upside though, with my actions. Make sure you guys are holding your own conviction. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do or say is financial advice. This is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Hold your own conviction. Do not FOMO. Do not overtrade. And most importantly, chat, there are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. Okay. Down 400. In with 2 more and 4 contracts. This is getting riskier and riskier. Tap the NQ 5 minutes 20 May. Could fall to that pivot point. I'm holding conviction today. I have a plan in my mind. And I'm executing on that plan. Could be against some news, to be fair. Looks like we're gonna have another leg down. Oh, Amazon plan to expand over 2,300 US cities by year end. Down 100 for contracts long. Up 50. So far, the NQ 5 minute 20 May is holding. NQ 30 minute looks very bearish. Up 100, up 200, up 300, up 400. Taking 2 off. Beautiful. I'm gonna let these 2 ride. Deleverage, de-risk a little bit. Up 500, up 600. Beautiful bounce by the NQ 5 minute. Up 600, 2 contracts long. Up 550. Beautiful. More pump, baby. Pump, 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 pump it up. Taking 1 out. Putting the other break even. If I can get it.
Order submitted.
Right below the 21 EMA. Very tight stop. We'll probably get stopped out, but I'm fine.
Order
and stopped out. We made 417 in that. R&R. What account do I want to go to? Go here. I was holding that for a specific price target, but everything's kind of turning against it, so I don't really want to give it too much. I'm not even reading the chat right now, the real. I'm focused on trading. Why are you using a centralized exchange as opposed to decentralized? I only use decentralized for crypto most of the time. And why are you in my chat? I do not want your negative energy today. So I appreciate the rage bait, but I just don't need it and don't care for the engagement. It'll bring viewers here and there, but I really hate your negativity. I hate your mindset, and I do not want it anywhere near my channel. So you are going to be banished. And I very rarely do that. I'm free speech absolutist, but not in my chat, please, sir. Thank you, sir. All accounts green, done for the day. Good luck, everyone. Man, you guys are crazy. Did I miss something pre-market? Guys trading in pre-market, man. What's up, Temp? Push the file, HB. ES screaming? Yeah, I know. I know. Jason, I'm trained on NinjaTrader software connected to the prop firm accounts. TBT prop firm accounts linked to NinjaTrader. Well, each account has, I mean, look at the cash balance, look at the cash value. You can see that 150,000 of buying power in the prop firm accounts. Could be a lower high. It's getting to the end of the half hour, so I'm expecting some consolidation. Could have another couple minutes of volatility. Also, we have that news Trump announcement at 11:15 a.m. It's possible. Appreciate the file, Paul. Appreciate it. While we're waiting for a trade, the Asia and Europe market synopsis, Asian stocks surged to new highs with the MSCI All Country World Index up 0.2% and a regional barometer rising 1.1%, driven by expectations of a Federal Reserve rate cut in September. Following a favorable U.S. Inflation report, Europe market synopsis, Europe stock 600 gained 0.4% amid a risk on rally fueled by 90% probability of a Fed rate cut in September and easing trade tensions, with US Treasury yields falling and the dollar retreating 0.4%. We have news in 40 minutes. Chris, from your experience, if you're having a killer day, you need to follow the consistency rule. Do you cut off your trading to make sure? Why do you think, Barn, why do you think I have so many accounts? I'm constantly in abundance, so whether I lose or I'm winning too much, I can still trade. I usually limit each account 1 win a day. And I rotate. It's just a risk management thing. I need to pass this evaluation and get some money in my account before I open too many evaluations. Yeah, when you're starting out in the prop firm world, you definitely need to focus on 1 account at a time. At least to start, unless you're already experienced and have the capital to have a lot. Hey, there's no shame in starting small and building. That's exactly what we did and are doing with the social media account. What I did in every area. Trading, everything. All right, that's a lower high on the NQ. Appreciate the file, Hen. Appreciate you. Waking down. I'm in with 1 there. Probably going to come lower. I'm looking for a quick scalp. Up 100, 120. Okay, it's coming lower. Tapping that pivot point. Tapping, going to tap probably the NQ 30-minute VWAP. I only start with 1. Waking down, waking down. Bouncing up 50. Up 100, 1 contract long. And up 150. And taking that at 170. Beautiful. Cutting it. It has more to the downside. Just look for a quick scalp. Scalp 10, 15 points. Google is red 0.25%. Amazon's down 0.2%. GameStop is down 0.4%. AFGO flipping red. Robinhood is flipped red 2%. The dollar's down 0.25%. What are metals at? We're tapping the NQ 30-minute VWAP. Metals are up today, so uncertainty is there. Okay. Nvidia is still holding 1.07% up. 1.07% up. Tesla's still up 1.8%. Not bad. Elijah, good stuff, Chris. Appreciate it, Elijah. Took 2 so far, got the short, and then got bounced back. Good job. Good stuff. OG, this is Nasdaq futures, Nasdaq future indices. Also, I did upgrade my internet. I upgraded my internet so it's the highest plan possible. So there should be no interruptions. I'm also going to put in place disconnection protection and everything else. In the works. Big wick, holy moly, yep. New Wi-Fi goofing. Slowly but surely upgrading quality. Slow and steady. If you guys are new here, make sure you smash that like button, boost us in the algorithm, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell after you subscribe. Also, hats just dropped. Link is below. Merch just dropped this week. No missed opportunity.com. There are no missed opportunities, only the next one. If you guys think you missed all the opportunities today, you are wrong. There are plenty to come. Loving this volatility. It's pretty good. Let's drop this. Low of pre-market is at 23,921. So far, it's holding the NQ 30-minute VWAP and that pivot point 24,014. Holding it. Love your channel and hope to learn more skills from your channel. Appreciate you. I don't know how to say your name. Oh, Cameron. I appreciate you specifying that, Cameron. Good to see you. Glad you guys are gaining value, learning what to do, what not to do. A little late. I'm late to that short, so I'm just gonna let it go. Yes, looks like it wants to flush down to the 100 MA, 100-day moving average. VWAP, volume weighted average price, 200 SMA. 200-day simple moving average. We have a trend line to the downside, also pivot point to the downside, 23,964. We have the close from yesterday at 23,938. That is the gap fill. We are gapped up 70 points. Appreciate you, Cameron. Glad you guys are getting value. Appreciate the follow, Baraka, Hank, Paula, Philip. Appreciate you guys. He's not trading, he's playing a game. The game of life. Hey, gamifying this is very crucial. New Wi-Fi goofing. 1-2 lost 2. Hopefully you're still up though, Norman. Hopefully. God willing. Bitcoin's up 1.5% now. Bitcoin's going crazy. Just waiting. Waiting for this either to reclaim the NQ 30-minute VWAP as support, then I'll take a cautious long, or for this to drop down to the price target I'm looking at. So far, it's looking like it's going to be the latter. Just staying patient. This is the hardest part of trading. Also, when you look at the 15-minute opening range, it did break that to the downside. So it broke it, tested it, broke it again. Okay. It's probably coming down. Norway finance minister, we will not have talks with the US at any price. Norway and the US talks about tariffs are continuing. Trump is considering 11 candidates for Fed chair, including David Zuros and Rick Ryder. We have news in 25 minutes. Given how bullish this market is, this pulling back might be a breakout back test to continue higher. I'm just playing around key levels today, playing the liquidity sweeps to the lows, to the highs, and gonna play this consolidation. Now, on my plans for today, that the conviction I'm holding, what I just said right there, how trading liquidity sweeps, trading around key levels, and playing around the consolidation did not take into account at 11:15 Trump is making an announcement, so it could all go out the window at that point. Could all go out the window very quickly. This market could trend a couple hundred points in either direction depending on what he says. Gold taking off. I don't think people are liking this Trump Putin situation. How Putin's building offensive soldiers in the Ukraine's line. I don't think people are responding favorably. That's reflected in the gold and silver price right now. Also crypto. Also crypto. So you would think equities would fall a little bit, but everyone's also pricing in a 90% chance of a Fed rate cut, interest rate cut in September. Price of the file, NG. Boom, 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 boom. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. What did you guys vote in the poll? You guys saw this was going up? A lot of people thought this was going up. Interesting. Very interesting, chat. We're tapping the NQ 30-minute VWAP. ES is trying to come up. NQ 30 minutes turning bullish. Staying patient. It's gonna be a lower high. I wanted it to come a little lower. I don't want it to bottom right there. I'd rather it come another leg. But it could. It could. Doesn't have to continue to come down. We are at all-time highs. People are speculating the interest rate cut. Could have insider info. Some people on the Trump announcement, which could be bullish. Alright, sweet. We're taking all leg lower. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It could have been liquidity sweep manipulation down, selling this up, but hopefully that's another leg down. Starting to get bullish. ES 1 minute RSI trying to get above the MA, both at neutral territory. Williams R128 for the ES 1 minute coming down, getting in neutral territory. NQ 30 minute RSI below MA, getting in neutral territory. Williams R128 for the NQ 30 minute over bought territory, trying to come down. It's a consolidation type of day, playing the liquidity sweeps. Not trading as much as I thought I would today. I was planning to start hot, had a little technical difficulties, had to get things set up, so I missed 1 to 2. Also just staying patient. Really trying to get it over this NQ 30-minute VWAP. So far, it's pulled back 70 points. If you're in with multiple contracts on NinjaTrader, how do you just close 1 or 2 at a time if you have, say, full contracts? Order quantity to the right. Your order quantity you can adjust. Very hard to stay patient, chat. Very hard, but necessary. Most people cannot sit idle. Most people are longing right here. Most people are shorting right here, expecting another leg lower. I ain't staying patient. Think we may get a liquidity sweep up, get over that high, maybe tap the 20 May, and then fall below the VWAP. I wouldn't mind if this fell here though. ES is trying to go. One more leg lower would be nice. And it's trying. We are still gapped up 60 points. From yesterday's close at 23,938. Trying to come down. Yeah, Barn, I don't hit close. I don't hit close. You can hit the buy market, buy sell, or I have hotkeys. Control Z for me buys at market. Control X for me sells or shorts. Alright, buying one. It's probably a little early, but I'm gonna get in. Tapping the ES. 1 minute, 100 MA. Up 30. That's a rejection of the NQ 30-minute VWAP, by the way. I'm just playing this liquidity sweep of the low. Might want to go to that pivot point, the trend line. It would make sense, but I'm just throwing one. Gonna add in slow to this one. ATR is going to come down a bit. Down 25, down 50, down 100, one contract long. Tesla's coming lower. Trying to bounce. ES is falling below the 100 MA. Institutional, I expected it all today. Choppy. Guys, we're in between CPI data, which came out yesterday, and PPI data that comes out tomorrow. Also at 11:15 a.m. today, EST, Trump is making an announcement. And then in 18 minutes at 10:30 a.m., we have news coming out, EIA, crude oil inventories. Appreciate the follow, satisfy. Appreciate it. Up 50, up 60, up 100, one contract long. We could prop up here. I'm probably only going to hold this for like 30, 40 points. Maybe the liquidity sweep. If it does a liquidity sweep up top, I'll probably get out. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. I know a lot of people are getting messed up in this market if you did not read the news correct. And even then you can still lose. Looks like we're gonna take one more leg lower. ES is about to hit the VWAP 200 SMA, so I'm about to go in pretty heavy. I'll probably wait till it does that though. Wouldn't mind it. Go chat. Let's go chat. Let's go chat. Type of 1 if you think this is going up to the VWAP and 30-minute VWAP. Type of 2 if you think this has one more leg lower. Right now it's trying to come up. 1 if you think this is coming up. 2 if you think it's coming down. Up 50, up 60. Up 100. One contract long. ES is trying to bounce. ES got above the 100 MA. NQ 5-minute trying to bounce. Bar think this is going up. Normal think this is coming down. The market is so weird. Appreciate the follow, MRP. Appreciate you. Pretty bearish wick. Might have another leg down. Tesla's coming down. Netflix flipping red. MicroStrategy flipping red. Up 150, up 200. Up 250, one contract long. Up 250, one contract long. Up 300, one contract long. I'm gonna hold this. Beautiful, beautiful. Next candle, if it continues to pump, I will move this break even. It's one con. No reason to risk anything. ES is trying to pull back. Might have one leg lower and then get a bounce. That's probably a liquidity sweep up. Hopefully it bounces here low. Be nice. Pretty bearish wick. So far it's trending down. So I'm against that right now. Beautiful, up to 50. Beautiful wicks. Beautiful wicks. Not that great for the bullish case, to be fair, because that kind of a liquidity sweep. But I see everything propping alongside it. Problem is ES RSI is below that MA. I don't like that. Up 180. I love the wicks on NQ 5-minute. Might be baiting all the longs in and send this one more leg lower. Kind of getting that feeling. I'm just going on a whole conviction. Just staying with one. That's why I only answer with one. Okay, we're bouncing. Up 300, up 320, up 350. One contract long. Moving this break even. No reason to risk anything on this trade anymore. Risk-free trade. Full reward. No risk. I have a TP in mind. I think this has one more leg lower, which is saddening. But I'm all this just in case it is the break. If I was in with two contracts, could have took one off there, trail this one. Worst case, we get stopped down, I re-enter. NQ 5-minute looks beautiful for a bounce. NQ 30-minute still bearish, below the NQ 30-minute VWAP, volume weighted average price. ES is pulling back, getting below the 100 MA, back into consolidation. It's not great. Stunner swung traded Nvidia at the worst possible time. Bard, I'm changing to lower. Waking up, bouncing, bouncing, go, 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 go. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. Who typed a one? Who typed a one? Who thought of one? All you ninja watchers. Who typed it? So far it's up. Thank you, third minute. Getting bullish. Ooh, some bearish wicks though. ES stuck in consolidation. May get stopped out here. 10 points away from being stopped. Tesla's trying to come up. Buyer strategy flipping green. Netflix flipping green. We need Nvidia to pump. Nvidia is just holding. Good luck, Stunner. Good luck. This is the Nasdaq future indices. Future indices of the Nasdaq. Trading Nasdaq futures. What's up, son? Ninja Trader. Norman said good call. Well, I'm prepared for anything. The ES looks like it wants to come down to the VWAP, 2-hour SMA. So, next candle, I will be moving. Stop up and securing 6 points. Gonna give it some time though. Trying to go bullish. Could be a fake out. Send it one leg lower. ES is so close to that VWAP, 2-hour SMA. Needs to get above the NQ 30-minute VWAP. Really needs to do it. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Go, go, go. Up 300. Go, go, go. Beautiful moving stop up. Securing 6 points. 400, one contract long. Oh, break that VWAP, baby. Let's go. Be nice if the ES could follow this. So far, 12-point trail. Trying to give it room. It's going to struggle to break this VWAP unless it has an insane wick. AQ 5-minute has some motion. ES is flushing down. And Q flushing down, about to be stopped. Unfortunate. And stopped. Made 120. Could have secured 400. It is what it is. We'll re-enter soon. I'm waiting, waiting, waiting. Could be a lower high. Be nice if we would just done one more leg lower instead of doing that. No missed opportunities, only the next one. Still made 120. It is what it is. Waiting for the ES to tap the VWAP. 2-hour SMA. Below the 100 MA right now. And Q's trying to go. Hero, you don't have to do anything. I don't want you guys to do anything. I'm here documenting my journey. And people who want to follow along, be in a community of like-minded people doing the similar thing, this is for that. If you don't want to trade, you're not interested in trading, you should get out. Appreciate the follow, the beast. Mister, appreciate the subscription. Appreciate it, guys. If you guys are brand new and join the stream, gaining value, learn what to do, what not to do, smash that like button. Follow the channel, subscribe. This is the one more leg lower. Let's go. Flush, 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 flush. Don't be stubborn. Flush. More consolidates here, the more bullish I get. NQ 5-minute could go. NQ 30-minute still bearish. ES tapping 100 MA again. All right, let's catch up on news real quick. We have a minute. Crypto fear greed index came out 73 out of 100 greed. Fear and greed index from the stock market came out 65 out of 100 greed. Thank you for a Trump tweet. We're flushing down a little bit. Little lower. Needs to go a little lower. And honestly, it may wake down that pivot point at this point. In with one. In with one contract long. Up 50, up 80. At this point, it may flush down that pivot point. Up 150, up 200. What's up, legends? Chat, this is Ninja Trader. Looks like we're going to flush down that pivot point. ES is hitting the VWAP and the 200 SMA as we speak. We need it to reclaim and bounce off it. It could fall and reject it, which it is trying to do. Waiting. It's about to hit that pivot point. Pivot point at 20,964. We are 30 points away from the gap fill. Yesterday's close at 20,938. We are currently gapped up 30 points from that. Down 5 points. Little lower. I need a little lower. ES is below the VWAP 200 SMA. Getting a bounce now. Would have liked one leg lower so I could add it to that. We'd already be out. Up 30, up 50. ES tapping the 200 SMA, gonna reject it. Down 100, down 150, one contract long. Low of pre-market is at 22,921. ES getting rejected from the 200 SMA, VWAP for now. This is downtrending. We are against that. About to tap that pivot point. Down 200, down 250, tap of that pivot point. Down 10 points. Staying patient. Little lower. Missed the ad by like 2 points. I was about to do it a little early. Oh, that's annoying. That's 10 points missed. Now my wick even lower. Could have an opportunity on the next candle. This could also keep waterfalling. At this point, the gap may fill. ES about to tap the 200 SMA, VWAP. Tesla coming down. Not good. Tapping that pivot point again. Adding 2 there on that the liquidity sweep. It might continue lower. We'll step up risk. Down 500, down 600, down 700. We're 20 points away from the gap fill. That's a key trend line. Little wick through that trend line, down 300, 3 contracts long. We're against it. Trying to break that trend line. Looks like it's going to fill the gap. Down 350. Down 800. Very volatile. Very bearish. Waiting. Getting ready for it to flush to the gap. Good bounce here. I'm waiting for it to flush. All right. Okay, we're bouncing. Shrine. Tesla's coming up. Most likely this is filling the gap. Down 150, down 100. Up 20. Tapping that pivot point, needs to claim it quick. Up 80, up 120. Trying to bounce over that pivot point. Up 170, up 200. Quick. Bounce. Up 230. Really struggling. Down 200, down 300, down 400. Very bearish wick. ATR is at 18. VIX is coming up a bit. Rejecting that pivot point, rejecting the trend line. We are against it. Down 700, down 800. Getting ready. 10 points away from the gap. Down 1,000. We are risking this count. We do have that pivot point to the downside at 23,927. Also a pre-market low at 23,921. Very nice wick up. Wish it would have closed the gap before doing that. But you can go now. Go now, please. Okay, let me make sure. EIA crude inventories came out a little negative. Next news is at 11:15, 45 minutes. Trump making an announcement of some magnitude. I'm executing, and the chart you see is thank you 2 minute. I have thank you 5 minutes to the right, thank you 30 minutes to the left, ES 1 minute to the left. What's up, Badr? Better. Google flipping green. We're about to put some risk on. Tesla's coming down. Google about to flip back red. Okay. This point, the more it holds here, it may just flush to the pre-market low. This count will be blown at that point. Trying to bounce. Yes, it's trying to bounce. Gap fill is at 23,938. 14 points away. Down 10 points. Wicking down. Couple points away from the gap. Down 1,000, down 1,100. 3 contracts long. What's up, G? Ellie, another day, another bounce. Oh, it's starting to get bullish in here. Keeps bouncing right before the gap. And that is unfortunate because we're not adding until it hits that. Unfortunate. ES is starting to bounce. Definitely. I have my own strategy. You guys trade with your own. You guys should not be following me anyway. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. Needs to get above that pivot point. Beautiful. Tap that pivot point, trying to get above. Thank you, 5-man trying to bounce. ES is trying to bounce. Would have liked to add it to that. We'd already be out right now. Again. But at this point, if it comes down to that gap, it's probably going to flush very hard. Past that gap. This is the battle of nutrition. Waking up 30, up 50, up 100, up 200, 3 contracts long, up 250, up 300. Thank you, 5-man bouncing, trying to break above that pivot point. Thank you, 30-man getting a little bullish. It's getting beaten down. They are not letting it get past that pivot point. ES got above the MA inside the RSI. Looks like it may bounce to the VWAP, 2 hours SMA. We did break back into that range. That is a support trend line down there now. Up 50, up 80. Up 125, up 150. Down 100. Trying to reject that pivot point. Could be a lower high. Some nice wicks. Up 200, up 220. Trying to go. 300. It's getting smacked down. This wick could be big though. Hand on the hotkey ready, just in case. Appreciate the follow, Danny Cart. Appreciate you guys. It's rejecting that pivot point. Hopefully we get a bounce off the support trend line. So far it's holding. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Thank you. 5 minutes still looks bullish. Trying to bounce. Down 200, down 250, down 300, tapping that support trend line, trying to bounce. Trying to create a higher low. Nice, shorts are doing good. Yeah, they are. What's up, meme? Wicking down. What do you think is the most important for new traders, having a decent starting balance or having a lot of knowledge and a solid strategy with a smaller bankroll? Obviously a lot of knowledge and strategy. That's pretty obvious. You can throw as much money as you want into this and you will lose a lot. Why most people need to start in the simulator. They need to start simulated trading. They need to record all their trading. They need to have an Excel spreadsheet calculating the winning trades, losing trades, getting the win rate, calculating the P&L for the day, writing a synopsis sentence next to that each day, outlining how they felt, etc., etc. And then a couple hours after they're done trading, review that footage, just like you're playing football, just like you're playing basketball, baseball. Game tape footage, very important. Trying to create a higher low bounce. Meme, I will start training tomorrow. Good luck, my friend. Luck, luck, luck. Down 1,000. 10 points away from filling the gap on the NQ, not the S. Could fall to that pivot point. That's still a higher low. Could create a double bottom as well. Appreciate an effect. Adding 4. I'll be out with these 4 very quick. Add 4 at the very top at that pivot point. So this is very high risk now. But I like that. Higher low. ES is pumping and Q is pumping. Waiting for confirmation. We're back in that range. This should wake up. This has a good probable chance, so I'm taking it. but it did up the risk by quite a margin. Okay, up 300 to 400, 7 contracts long. Looking for the wick up. I'll take 4 out. Getting above that pivot point. Bounce, baby, bounce. Come on. Wick, 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 wick. Up 300, 400, 500, 7 contracts long. Taking 4 out. Beautiful. That's all I wanted for them 4. Taking 1 out on that liquidity sweep. Staying patient. This does not have to continue up. Does not have to do it. Try to drop it. I think it's false, but it could be real. That could be all it has. Could fall below the pivot point again, which it is currently. Fall below that trend line and continue to the gap. ES is falling. Pretty nice coil, pretty nice consolidation. Well, I'm still in. Down 350, 2 contracts long. Bridge to the file, Euro, Zeb, Seppi, Party, Dan, Jeffrey. Appreciate you guys. We're about to fill the gap. Okay, wicking down. About to fill a gap, 5 points away. Down 20 points. Tapping the gap. And with 6 contracts long. And with 8 total. Tapping it up. Down 1300, down 1400. It's likely to go to that pivot point. I'm betting on a bounce before them. Bounce, baby, bounce. Come on. Down 500, down 600, down 400. 8 contracts long. Betting off a bounce on this pivot point. Off this low. Not doing it. We may flush the pre-market low. Try to take one more leg. We rather didn't do that. Bounce, baby, bounce. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. And with 8 contracts long. Up 200, up 300. A little more bounce, a little more bounce, a little more bounce. A little more. A little more. Taking it there, taking 4. Cutting it, beautiful. Up 981. That was a whole lot of, I would cuss, but we're starting to get away from that. That was a whole lot of crap for only that. Oh, that should have been more. I'm not going to continue holding that. I will re-enter if it flushes back. Should have been out at this flush up. Could have put that trade. Remember, I was not captive. You are not captive in your trades. I could have cut that for a loss 20 times there. Also, I could have went break even about 3 times. Decided to push it to the limits. Yes, negative R&R. Yes. This is all hindsight. Don't care about it. Very easily could have went to that pre-market low. And then the account would have been blown. I will re-enter if it gets above that pivot point with a different account. We have news in 25 minutes. Trump talking, Trump making an announcement. Well, that was almost the first losing trade of the day a couple times. But we have 4 winners. 4 W's. Good trail too as well. Negative R&R, negative R&R. What did you buy here? What's your strategy? Star just watching you. Appreciate you, Zeb. I'm buying the Nasdaq future mini contracts, 1 each. What's your strategy? My strategy, it varies and adapts day to day. Today, we're willing to put risk on because volatility is so low, so it's going to be a pretty consolidation day. Up until Trump speaks. Once he speaks, that goes out the window. Bam. This is still downtrending, chat. Miguel said U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has raised the possibility of the White House expanding the unprecedented revenue sharing agreement in its reach with chipmaker NVIDIA and AMD to other industries. Expected to be more bearish. Also news. First to the file, guys. If you guys are new here, if you're enjoying the trading, real transparent, real trading, not just videos, not just shorts, follow the channel. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the notification bell after you subscribe. Also, check out the merch. I just launched merch. Link is below, pinned every chat. Check it out. Tell me if you like it. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts, chat. Tell me your thoughts. All right, let's see how you guys are doing as well. That Wix hindsight, by the way. I've had it so many times. You guys are probably like, why didn't you hold? Why didn't you hold? Because I've done this thousands of times and know the probabilities. It did liquidity sweep to the downside, but it very easily. It was very probable it was going to sweep all the way in one swoop to that pre-market low, if not a little lower. But not everything is 100%. Not everything is guaranteed. I just know the patterns pretty well. I stupidly lost some funds in trading Bitcoin yesterday. I think I will start trading with you. Guys, do not follow me. Do not follow me. Hold your own trade conviction. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do or say is financial advice. Hold your own conviction. You guys are all in different circumstances, different circumstances than myself. This is for entertainment, educational purpose only. Hold your own conviction. Do not FOMO. Do not overtrade. And there are no missed opportunities, chat. Only the next one. Merch. No missed opportunities. Only the next one. Plenty of opportunities to come today. Plenty. Also, vote in the YouTube poll. Vote in the YouTube poll. Vote in the YouTube poll. I need to start learning how to do polls and other platforms. But are you profitable, negative, or learning? Other platforms, type it in chat. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? Or if you're in YouTube, vote in the poll. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? We'll check it out in a minute. Former Feds, Butler, the Fed chair interview process is under construction. Alright, so the NQ gap fill is fulfilled. The ES gap fill has not been fulfilled. ES is 10 points away. Eli, I consider losses learning still. Even still. Appreciate the file, Richard. Jeffrey. Thank you, 30-minute bouncing. What happens if NQ fills the gap or reaches pre-market low? It's just key pivot points. Key pivot points. Higher statistical chances of bounce. If it coincides also with the ES pivot point, then it's higher. If it's going in trend, it's even higher. If it's going with news, even higher. You just got to use the amalgamation indicators. Where's the VWAP? Where's the 200 SMA? Where's the ES in relation to the key points? What's the NQ doing? What's the price action? Higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. Also, where's the NQ 5-minute? Just the probabilities. You need as many stacked in your favor as humanly possible. And you really have to be tapped in with news. That is the most crucial point. Before stream, I would spend 4 hours every single day before market open at 9:30 a.m. EST. 4 hours watching videos on news, studying the news before market, trying to get a projection of where it's going to go, and I would tap it pretty heavily. Now we start streaming. I don't have that much time. I just do a brief overview, get the points ready, the synopsis is for stream, and that's about it. But thankfully, I have 5 years of experience learning the patterns, so I'm still pretty dialed. It's kind of secondhand nature at this point, so I'm fortunate in that regard. But even then, sometimes I do not get it right. Some days you don't sleep well, some days you don't eat correct, and you get messed up. 1-7 of the 6 out of 7 trades, but my L was for like 70, so I'm break even-ish. Oof, Elijah, that's not good, man. Not good, man. They're gonna yell at you. They're gonna yell at you in chat. Negative R&R, negative R&R, negative R&R. I really have a bad problem of holding some cons. I am a scalper at heart, unless I go into it with the mindset of swing trading. Like if I'm going in on my Roth IRA, or if I'm in Bitcoin, then I can swing trade, as you guys see. I just gotta like, right now I'm in the mindset from 9:30 when I'm trading NQ futures on these prop firm counts of scalp, 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 scalp. It's hard to break that sometimes. I should really be trading this 2 cons, even though we would be stopped out right here, I'm sure. But really should have only took out 6. No missed opportunities, only the next one. Could go in long here, could go short here. ES 1 minute, RSI is breaking out. ES is trying to bounce. NQ 30 minute getting bullish, NQ 5 minute getting bullish. Trying to break above that pivot point. Key pivot point, chat. 23,964. Very key pivot point. Negative R&R risk reward. Oh, that should. Good shouts. Good shout, Stunner. Good suggestion, man. You guys are killing it. Negative R&R. I've been so focused on the merch, I haven't even been plugging other stuff. If you guys are interested in becoming an insider, joining the YouTube community, basic, expert, premium, get exclusive behind the scenes content and access to other stuff people do not and are not privy to, I'm planning on getting some videos out. I've been neglecting you guys to get this merch out, but stuff's about to ramp up. It's about to ramp up. Also in a month and a half from pretty much today to 3 months should be estimate time frame of when that simulator is going to come out. I could expedite it a little sooner. We just gotta see how it goes, how many bumps in the road I hit while being very particular, trying to flush it out. And then 2 months after that, so 5 months from now, estimated time frame, tentative, it can move up and down as needed. The mentorship will come out, and then after that, some other things. But we're slowly building the ramp, slowly building the infrastructure, and we are going to explode. We're not even tapping into YouTube's majority audience. The majority only watch videos. They only watch YouTube videos. That's the majority of where the users are on YouTube. We're only on live stream and YouTube shorts for now. We're not even tapping into the video market. So we're literally only 1% capacity. Oh, also super chat is $1. Link is below. I pinned it to the chat today. I've been neglecting that. I've been more focused on merch. Rather you guys join the membership or merch, but that is there as well. Also super chats, but enough with shilling. Enough with shilling, man. Trump's about to be speaking. President Donald Trump announces Kennedy Center honorees. So it may not be that important of news. We'll see. We will be listening into it. As you can see, it's a consolidation type of day. I knew it was going to be. Vote in the poll, finalize your votes. Type in chat as well. Looking forward to the mentorship. Appreciate it, known. Hi, Chris. Hope you're doing well. What's your P&L for today? No losses today. We put an account at risk earlier, but we got out for 981 in profit. Should have been more for how much we risked, but it is what it is. You can only play the cards that you're willing to deal. Go chat. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Type your P&Ls in chat. Ask any questions. We have some downtime. We're waiting for another trade. We're waiting for Trump to speak, so feel free to type in chat. Type in chat. Type in chat. Also check out that merch, man. The merch is hot. Good afternoon, J Powell t-shirt. J Pow 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 Pow. Hats alive. No missed opportunity. I don't know you guys, man. That merch is gonna go crazy. Appreciate you, Stunner. I'm gonna implement that. Saw it stair stepping down. I wanted to bounce, but hold on. Yeah. Yeah, we went against trend. As soon as it broke, thank you, 30-minute VWAP. I saw a little divergence today, so I went against it, but usually I'll short there. Usually. And I should have followed that, but I just saw something and decided to go against it. All right, let's check where you guys are at. Only 10 minutes out. 75% are profitable, 17% are negative, 8% are learning, 12 votes on the YouTube regular YouTube stream. On the YouTube short stream, 34 votes, 24% are profitable, 24% are negative, 53% are learning. We'll leave that there. Ooh, I'm finding out. Okay, sweet. Whoa, we're going crazy today with the subs. Almost 100 subscribers already. We're only 2 hours into the stream, man. You guys are going crazy. We're at 6,368 subs. You guys are going crazy, man. Appreciate the support, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. You guys are crazy, man. Sarin, Rich, Mika, appreciate these subscriptions. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We do have that pivot point to the downside, 22,927. Also, pre-market low, that red line down there, 22,921. Pre-market low. I'm a little lost here, waiting, I guess. Guys, I told you, today is in between news. In between yesterday's CPI data that came out. Also, in between tomorrow, PPI data. Producer price index, how much the producer receives from the consumer. Tap the pivot point now. So I expected pretty much consolidation today. Pretty much. Ernest started a 25K paper account 4 weeks ago, has grown it to 35K with very low downside, almost 40 of the profit factor, 80% accuracy. Ernesto, I warn people, if you're going to simulate trade, only realize that it's 60% real. In my estimation, that's my it's my probabilities on it. It's 60% real, because once you start trading real money, no matter if it's profit from accounts, no matter if it's real money in a Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Interactive Brokers, a Webull, however you want to read it, it's only 60% real, because once you put real money at stake and have that risk, it's a different feeling. Your heart starts racing, especially when you're brand new. In the first year or two, it really gets going. Your adrenaline starts pumping. And even sometimes, like sometimes on stream, even when I'm trading, my adrenaline spikes if I'm risking an account, especially if it's high value, aka fund it, which I do. Emotions get you. Why do you think I remove all colors green and red? Why do you think I did that? Green and red are psychological emotion trigger colors, so get them away from your chart. For the candles mostly. And if I wasn't on stream, I wouldn't even trade with the P&L on screen. I trade the execution over the result, and that's pretty much how it is. If you have good execution, you'll have good result, and that is what it is. Emotions get you, absolutely. Most trading tech giant stocks on Webull. Damn, even paper trading gets me pumped up or down. We'll put up 25K of real money next month. So you're doing that to get over the DTA rule, the day trader rule. Okay. Good luck, man. Good luck, good luck, good luck. We still have not flushed the pre-market low, so I'm not answering. I wish you all the best, Ernesto. Wish you all the best, man. Just know, everyone's starting out. Thinks they're going to be the next genius. Thinks they're going to be the next savant. But only 1 to 5% of traders are profitable for a reason. Most traders do not record their trading. Most traders are not consistent. They just try it, lose. There's a good study, I need to pull it up on stream, I've talked about it multiple times, that shows people getting into something, they ramp up, first loss, they start a plateau, most quit at that plateau. But if you continue the grind, stay consistent, and start slow, that's the main thing, start slow. Don't do what I did when I first started. I And if you can stay consistent, stay at it, then you start to ramp up growth again. And then you have plateaus, hills and valleys. I mean, that's in everything in life. We tap the pre-market low, looking for a little more flush. Yeah, but what I did when I started half a decade ago, 2020, 2021, during the GME, AMC days, it was one contract long, down 50, up 20. Starting with one because this could just continue to waterfall. We are against this trend. Go continue, chat. Tap the pre-market low. Gonna be really crucial what it does at that pivot point if it even gets there. Down 70, down 100. Trying to bounce. But AMC GME, I traded that half a decade ago. That's when I started trading. I full ported my entire savings account into options like a retard. I shouldn't say that, but like a very inexperienced person, very low IQ person. Thankfully, I 100%ed it, took out the initial trading round with the profit for the next year, and then lost all that profit in the next year. So you really think you know more than you do when you start out. You definitely got to be very cautious. It just starts slow. Down 150. Getting volatile. Up 40, up 60, waking up. About to tap that pivot point. Pivot point at 23,927. Very important what it does here. Tesla flipping red. Up 80, up 100, up 130. Tap that pivot point. Up 5 points. Probably going to secure 10. Up 160. A little more. Trying to wait till the next candle, 20 seconds. Also, we're waiting for Trump to start speaking in 4 minutes. Down 30, down 40, down 50. Try to get above that pivot point. Got swatted down. Down 5 points. Tesla's coming lower. MicroStrategy's down 2.5%. It's going good, Samo. It's going good. So far, no losers. This could be the first one. Never know. Down 200. Adding one. In with 2 contracts long. I like how quick it flushed. Appreciate the file, Rizzy. I love that name, Rizzy. Get him Rizzy with it. Good, continue to waterfall. We are against trend. Down 200. 2 contracts long. ES trying to come lower. Down 250, down 300. May have another leg. We'll see, chat. We'll see. ES is trying to bounce. Up 60, up 50. Miguel said this is truly degenerate stuff. Then we all made that kind of stuff. You are leveraged. There's a probability of being wiped out of the position. Absolutely, Luca. Always. You have some insurance money coming in. The main ideal hold big tech stock with no pressure to make any mark at a given day. Not bad. Not bad. Giannis says 23,900 truck about to approach the dock. Seven points away. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Listen to the something that you're used to. Ernesto bought some Palantir at 11, but only a couple $100, then gambled it on binary and lost it. Yep. Yeah, I like going against the herd. The herd is just shorting all the highs right now, all the bounces. And I'm against them. Sometimes the herd wins. Giannis ES buy at 6,463. Good luck with that, Giannis. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Think it's going to come down 10 more points. That is the gap fill, isn't it? Yeah, ES getting close to the gap fill, 4 points away. Wick down, in with 4 more. In with 4 contracts total. Down 8 points. Looking for a bounce back to that pre-market low. Man, just keep waterfalling. We're down 500, 4 contracts long. We are against trend, down 600, down 7 points. Tesla's down 0.6%. Down 700, down 800. Will I play Trump? I'm kind of in the middle of a trade. Addy 4, and with 8 contracts long. Trump is about to speak. Down 1,200, down 1,300, down 1,500, 8 contracts long. I believe JD Vance is about to speak first. We're getting a little bounce. We're still waiting for Trump. He has not came on yet. Okay, trying to bounce. Getting a little lag. Volatility's coming in. Hopefully I'm not lagged out. Hopefully it's fine. Internet should be good. 0 drop frames. Beautiful. Come on, bounce, baby. Let's go. So far it's bounced 10 points. Up 170, up 200, up 300, up 400, up 500, up 6. A little more bounce. Let's go, baby. Bounce, 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 bounce. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yes, trying to go. 500, up 600, up 800. A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Taking 4 out. Taking 2 more. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Risk-free trade now. We're going to trail it very tight. Trailing at the bottom wick. Beautiful trade. Way better than the first time. Beautiful, beautiful. Learning to trail this all the way to the pre-market high. I mean low. That it just flushed through. Okay, tight stop. Trailing it up. 6-point trail right now. 6-point trail. Go up, baby. Up 600. 2 contracts long. About to be stopped out. Come on, wake up, wake up. Go, 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 go. Tight stop. Very tight. Very tight. We're not playing any games. And stopped out. Made 910. Beautiful. What a good day, chat. What a good day. Man. That was a trade I was unsure of too. I thought I was going to keep waterfalling, to be honest. Thought the ES was going to fill the gap before a bounce. Cal was going to be liquidated. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And that probably has a lot more to it, but I'm not willing to go. So that's the target we were looking for right there. That red line, the previous high. Right here, this line. It just tapped it. That's what we were looking for. I was not willing to trail it any looser though. Not willing to do it. Lost out on 10 points, but there are no missed opportunities, only a next. I mean, securing 9-10 in the matter of what, 10 minutes. Can't really be more gritty than that. Can't really do it. Okay. We have JD Vance speaking, I believe. Let me see if I can pull it up. Come on. JD Vance is speaking. We're going to tune into this.
Is the end of the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Type of one if the volume's good. Type of one if the volume's good.
I just talked to him right before I came on the stage, and he
Appreciate
said very
John.
simply that we are going to make it our mission as an administration to bring peace to Europe once again. But as you all know, it is impossible to bring peace anywhere unless the bad guys are also worried that we've got a hell of a fine Air Force and a hell of a fine military.
The creator, what's up, man? You need to throw me a party deal, man. Come on, man. Come on, man, dude, bro, dude. Come on, I need the Jack Doherty deal. I need the Sneeko deal. No, just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding. But I wouldn't go exclusive. That's the only thing. I know they're allowed to stream on Twitch. I love multi-streaming. Appreciate the follow, Prince, AZ, Lena. If you guys are new here, if you're enjoying the raw, transparent trading, very few people do it. They only post videos, shorts of them trading. That's for a reason. They don't actually go live. They don't show you every single trade they take, the thought process, the mentality. Smash that like button. Follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Live every day at 9:30 a.m. EST, trading the market. Also, check out the merch. Link is below. Check out the merch. GG, bro. That was sick. Appreciate it, legend. You guys are a little delayed. Refresh your streams. Refresh your streams. You guys are pretty delayed unless it's my chat.
To back up the peace to begin with. So what you guys do, even though you may not see it every single day, is you make it possible. You make it possible for us to accomplish the president's goals through negotiation. You make it possible for us to go into a room and say, yes, we want peace. Yes, we want to work together. Yes, we'd like to bring an end to this terrible.
Also, I won't pause this too much more, but this is Vice President JD Vance. If you're just tuning in, visiting with U.S. troops stationed in the United Kingdom. Next up is Donald Trump speaking and announcing something at the Kennedy Center. So when that happens, it will take precedent and we will switch.
Conflict, but we've also got some great airmen back at Fairford and other bases. They're going to make sure that no matter what happens, the peace and the prosperity and the goals of the American people are going to be well served by what you do. So I think if you look back at the last 6 months, if you look back at the number of lives that we've saved in Rwanda and the Congo, the president ended a 30-year war there. If you look at what we've done in the East Asia, where the president ended a conflict, in Serbia, Kosovo, where the president has brought peace to that area of the world, and now, in just a couple of days, with the president heading to Anchorage, Alaska, to try to achieve an end to this terrible war in Russia and Ukraine. You guys make that possible. You guys are the reason why we can go into a negotiation with strength. You guys are the reason why we have
Len, I start at 9:30 a.m. EST every single day.
Leverage in these conversations with world leaders, because they know that if we cut a deal, it is backed up by the finest fighting force anywhere in the world. And that is what makes your job so important, and that's what makes it so important and such a proud moment for me to be here with you today. Because nothing that I do, nothing that we do as an administration is possible without the hard work, the courage, and the skill that you guys bring to the job. Now, I mentioned earlier I was at evening meeting with the British Foreign Secretary. I've met with a number of foreign leaders just in the last, actually, hour. I had a call with about 30 European leaders. And over the past couple of days, I've met with a number of leaders across the UK.
He's in Kosovo.
Across political parties, across the generations, because that's one of the great things about the UK's special relationship with the United States is it cuts across political alliances, it cuts across political parties, it cuts across generations because we've been working together for literally centuries. And you know what every single person that I meet often tells me? They tell me about how impressed they are by the skill, by the determination, and by the dedication of the American military. You all are what make it possible for us to do what we do.
Appreciate the follow, guys. Rubio, our great Secretary of State, goes to
engage in some diplomatic negotiation, he knows that he's got the great people of the Secretary of Defense standing behind him. And that fact, the fact that people are impressed by you, the fact that so many people are frankly afraid of you, is why we're able to do what we do as an administration. So I just want to say from the President of the United States, who again I just spoke to, and he told me to give you this message. We're proud of you. We're grateful to you. We know that it's not always an easy job. We know there are often long hours, but I hope you know that the peace and the prosperity and the safety of your countrymen depend on you doing a good job, and we are damn proud of the job that you do every single day. God bless you all, and thank you for having your Vice President here in the UK.
That's it, huh? Okay. That was the fastest speech I've ever heard from him. That literally, he spoke for 7 minutes, chat. I'm not even kidding. Look at this, 7 minutes he spoke. Just saying what's up to the troops in United Kingdom, and then he's on to more important business. Some business. Yeah, I kind of agree, Stunner. We get positive news, this thing could go crazy. Go absolutely insane. Get a Trump, Russia, Putin ceasefire. This thing could go astronomical. Go, chat. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Type in chat how you guys are doing, or vote in the poll also. Are you positive, negative, or learning if you want to be a ninja watcher? That's why I put the polls there and I prioritize them, because a lot of people just want to chill out, ninja watch. That's a way for you to stay anonymous. Still waiting for Trump. Still waiting. Trump was scheduled at 11:15 a.m. EST to make an announcement. He is so far 15 minutes late. Also at 1 p.m. on the docket, Fed Goldsby speaking. At 1:30 p.m. EST, Fed Bostic speaking. Then at 4 p.m. after market closes, Trump signing executive orders. Executive orders, chat. Ernesto is up 360 today. Yesterday, 4,500 plus. Good job, Ernesto. Oh boy, my Ninja Trader is starting to act up. I'm not dropping frames, so it's not that. Let me reset this. Sometimes Ninja Trader has this glitch where you gotta disconnect from your connected accounts and then reconnect. And it should be fine from there. Okay. I just said it, Mac. Ninja Trader. I have prop firm accounts connected to Ninja Trader. I use Ninja Trader because it's customizable. Whatever I want to do, it allows me to do it. I also have a coding background. I've been coding since I was 16. That's why I'm creating all these websites, all the software. It's how I know how to do it. And I'm doing it all myself. Also, every single thing you guys show support on. Memberships, super chats, gifting little coins, everything, merch, joining the insiders, every single thing is going back into stream. Better quality for streaming. I vow to use all the profits, at least for now. That could change in the future, but on improving stream. Also giveaways in the future, not just yet. We're still building and ramping up, but soon giveaways. I'm also planning on doing, this is going to be down the line. The simulator is going to take precedence. but I'm planning on doing trading tournaments with prize pools, probably self-funded for the first one, and then for the second one, probably get some sponsors in it. I have a connection at BITUNIX, so I'll see if they want to sponsor it once the proof of concept is set up. But it'll basically be a website where you guys connect and you trade against each other. Somehow we'll make that happen. You guys trade the same chart, and whoever gets the most profit. It'll be a tournament style bracket and all live streamed. All live streamed, possibly you guys cams on if you want or not. That's where it gets a little hairy, but we'll be watching it, and it'll be a little segment on stream. But that's a couple months down the line. A lot of stuff to make before then. The simulator mentorship, a couple other softwares I want to create, and everything will start ramping up. Then we'll start posting videos, we'll start posting more shorts, and we'll really exponential growth. That's why we're only at like 1% capacity right now. We're not even tapping into the YouTube majority audience, and we're going exponential. Ernesto said I prompted ChatGPT and it replied with a functional Python bot that connected to Alpac and would let me paper trade opinion on automating some trading. It's already here. It's already the future. AI is already better than most traders. These private accounts, you cannot do it. Miguel. You've been busy, huh, Miguel? Glad you're cleared up on your time and back to trading. Glad you got some time. My shorts are doing great today. Good stuff, Miguel. I was about to be in a short. It just didn't hit my target. Did not hit my target. Literally, this trend line was my target. It did not hit it. Kind of double topped. I think I scalped it, but not enough. Could be a higher low. We're about to hit 6,400 subscribers, chat. 3 subscribers away. Insane. We've only been live for 2 hours and already 100 subscribers. Insane, chat. Starting to ramp up. Starting to ramp up. I kind of don't want to take another trade until Trump starts to talk. I believe it's about to come in. Yep, his team just walked in. So I will switch to that once he is live. He's making some sort of announcement at the Kennedy Center. And it may be very crucial. I'll switch to it once he's here. Make sure I didn't skip over any Trump tweets. I would normally long here, but I'm going to wait because this low volatility, you kind of need to risk the account. And I'm not going to play with stops and low volatility anymore. At least today. Okay. We are bouncing nicely though. The NQ5 minute may go to that 21 EMA, 23,960. It may do it. Okay. How to learn how to trade. I'm 17 and want this to be my future. So once I'm 18, I want to start trading for real money. And how can I learn fast? The way I learned was from YouTube. Watching the people that resonated with the strategy I wanted to attack. Just learning what strategy I wanted to take from them. And just taking the best things from them. And applying that and acclimating that to my strategy. And over time, it just became my own. And there's obviously a lot of pitfalls, a lot of losses along the way. A lot of times where you give up and then come back to it. But if you stay consistent, if you constantly persevere through resistance, then you will eventually make it. But no, going into this, only 1 to 5% of traders are profitable. Now, how do you stand out? How do you get past that? You do stuff other traders do not do. You go against herd when other people wouldn't. Sometimes You record your trading when most don't. Most people don't record their trading, so you do it. After you trade, remove yourself so you're a little removed. Come back to the footage a couple hours later, review it like game footage. Also, when you're just starting out, I would personally start simulated trading. That's what I would personally do. Simulated trade. No, when you're simulated trading, the realness is like 60%. You get over greedy, overconfident in simulated trading. Then once you put real money at risk, there's different butterflies, different adrenaline, and then also calculate your wins, your losses in an Excel spreadsheet. Get the win rate from that. Calculate your P&L for the day. Every single day you trade. Hold on, bad. You just walked on the screen. Hold on. Oof. And then write a sentence to the right of that. How you felt. What went wrong, what went right during the day. It just has to be a quick synopsis, just to repeat in your head, and just stay consistent. About it. But also do what's best for you. How are you, Chris? Green or red? Green. Very green. All green. Good luck, everyone. I'm loving this. Learning a lot. Smash the like button. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Michael. How to learn how to trade. Appreciate it, Michael. Hopefully that helps. Patience. Yeah, that's learned over time. Ernest, I really don't talk about that. I really don't talk about that, but it was pretty good and pretty bad. Pretty good, pretty bad. Go chat. Merch. Oh, merch. Glad you guys are enjoying the merch. Really happy. It's good, it's good, it's good. It's good, it's great, it's stupendous. Alright, sweet. Trump is at the podium. Let's go to him. Let me go back. He literally started talking 1 minute ago, so we didn't miss much.
To do. And I didn't want to do it, okay? They're going to say he insisted. I did not insist. But I think it will be quite successful, actually. It's been a long time. I used to host the Apprentice finales, and we did rather well with that. So I think we're going to do very well because we have some great honorees, some really great ones. Since
Gapper's fishing.
1978, the Kennedy
shot.
Center honors have been among the most prestigious awards in the performing arts. I wanted one. I was never able to get one. This year, it's true, actually. I would have taken it if they would have called me. I waited and waited and waited, and I said, the hell with it. I'll become chairman, and I'll give myself an honor. Maybe I'm going to honor. Next year, we'll honor Trump.
Little loud?
Okay?
It's a little loud.
This year, the board has selected a truly exceptional class of honorees. I mean, really exceptional. First is country music star, actor, and producer George Strait.
Hold on, Ash. We're busy watching this news. I have mine on TradingView.
Over an extraordinary 4-decade career, George has sold more than 120 million records worldwide, amassed 60 #1 hits, wow, and produced 33 platinum certified albums, more than any other living American. That is amazing. He's believed by millions of people to just be as good as you can get, and he's beloved by hundreds of millions of people all over the world. He's really something, and they call him the king of country, and we know him very well, George Strait. Okay. Please. Oh, and it looks nice. You're a good-looking guy. I hope he still looks like that. Second is actor, singer, philanthropist, and star of the Broadway stage. One of my favorite talents. I think he's one of the greatest talents I've ever actually seen. I've always said, and just so we don't get in trouble, I'll say among the greatest artists in the world are the...
Do you guys think the Trump-Putin meeting on Friday in Alaska is going to go well? Type of 1 if you think it's going to go well. Type of 2 if you think it's going to be a disaster. 1 if you think it's going to do well. 2 if you think it's going to be a disaster.
Broadway, London actors back and forth. That's all they want to do is they want to do Broadway and they want to do London. They want to do 8 shows a week, including matinee on Wednesday. And if you said make a movie, they can't even think about it. If you say go on television, they don't want to. All they want to do is be on the stage, the live stage, and it's amazing. But I've always said they're the most talented people. And this man may be the most of all. Michael Crawford is being honored. Michael was born in England in 19...
Stoner says, I think it's going to be a disaster, to be honest, but hoping for a ceasefire. At least Putin has not done anything towards peace. He did release the prisoner, do a prisoner exchange with Ukraine. But besides that, yeah.
1942. He made his Broadway debut in 1967. I was there. I shouldn't say that, but I was there. Seems like a long time ago. And he became an international sensation in the 1980s for his original portrayal of the Phantom of the Opera, one of the greatest ever, 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 ever. You don't see him like that very often. Winning him the esteemed Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical. He's won so many awards. Michael is truly a generational talent and a voice that was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. There's never, I don't know, it's Luciano Pavarotti had a very different voice. The power was incredible, magnificent. Michael had a different kind of a voice. These are just unbelievable talents. But Michael is very special and one of the greatest roles in the history of Broadway.
Norman said Ukraine is amassing troops at the border right now. Russia started amassing troops for an offense. Ukraine's been hinting at that for the past couple of days. After the meeting was announced, Putin started amassing troops for an offensive attack. That's not good. It's not good, but he could just be doing it for negotiations, saying we're going to take the land we already have. And it is what it is. Take it or leave it.
Nobody did it like him.
What's
Michael
up,
Crawford,
Dro?
thank you very much.
Hello. Good to see you, man.
Great guy. Next, we look forward to honoring 3-time Oscar nominee, Golden Globe Award winner, an action movie icon, and a friend of mine.
Elijah, true.
He's a very unique man. He's somebody that doesn't do these things. I said, I wonder if he'll accept, because some people don't really want to be honored. They don't care. But he was very honored to be honored, I will tell you. He's a very special guy. A real talent, never been given the credit for the talent. There was no...
Ernest says Ukraine drone strike the Chinese-Russian drone plan in Russia this morning. The Venezuelan government will fail this time. Will be the century of the hemisphere. Ooh, we'll see, Ernesto.
Nobody else could have done the roles that he did.
Political
like he did.
takes
Not even close. And they've tried, and they didn't work out too well. His name is Sylvester Stallone. So it's very few, almost, if any, people that could have taken a name and made it so incredible, like Rocky, Rambo, Creed, and others. But think of it, Rocky, Rambo, if you did one, you're good. You do two, and I'll never forget, I was a young guy, and I went to see a thing called Rambo, and it had just come out. I didn't know anything about it, but I was in a movie theater, like we used to go to movie theaters a lot. And I said, this movie is phenomenal. What the heck? And that turned out to be a monster. Rocky is Rocky. I mean, the way that happened, you know.
You guys gotta admit, the news coming into the Russian-Trump meeting, Trump already tweeted about it, has all been negative. All negative, all fear-mongering. I mean, it's just crazy what the news does. Crazy. Going into one of the most important meetings, the first time Putin and Trump are meeting since Trump became president for the second time, trying to solve this war, meeting in person, and they're just all fear-mongering. It's absolutely obscene. Absolutely obscene.
Sly had no money, nothing, and he went around, and everybody wants to do a boxing movie. It's the most, you know, probably more than any other type of character, boxing, always boxing. It's so great. And there's rarely been anything like this one. John Voight did a great one, as you know. champ, great. I think that was right there, too. John Voight's a phenomenal person, phenomenal actor. But Sly came in and he had no money. He wrote a script along with thousands of other people writing scripts on a boxer. And for some reason, a studio picked up this and liked it. And Sly he's in an old car that he came in from Brooklyn or someplace in New York, but I think Brooklyn. It barely made it to California. He was sleeping in the car. I mean, he had nothing. And
Good
he
job,
wanted
Elijah.
control over who the actor was going to be, because he said he can't be successful if you're going to pick a movie actor with a bad build, okay? A nice face, but a bad body. And he said, I can't have these guys, because he's a tough cookie, and he knew exactly what it took. He knew what a boxer's body was. So they brought him one, and I won't tell you who it was, but it was a big name. But
We'll see unknown.
the
We'll see
chest
if it
wasn't
keeps
exactly
climbing.
what you need. One shot, and your heart would pop out. That wasn't too good. Then he did another one. He was fat, sloppy, but had a good face. Then he did another one and another one and another one. And he turned it down. He wouldn't take $1 million. He wouldn't do it. And it turned out that when they saw him, they said, you know, you'd be actually pretty good for this role. And he had never done this before, anything like it. But think of it. He turned down $1 million. He had nothing. He refused to let somebody else play. He didn't want to play it. He wasn't original. He did it as a writer. But he ended up playing it because he couldn't find anybody else that fit the role. And who knew what would have happened? He's become a legend of the silver screen, a true legend, and he's a great guy.
Rocky is a movie series that is just insurmountable. It is one of the greatest movie series out there by far. Just the struggle, the storyline, Sylvester Stallone, the reason behind it, just how he would sit in a black room and write until it was done. I mean, it was just the storyline going into the movie, the storyline in the movie. I mean, it's definitely one of the greatest movie series of all time. By far. Has to be in the top 25. Has to be.
It's a little bit tough, a little bit different, I will tell you. He's a little tough guy. But he's a phenomenal person with a phenomenal wife and family. Incredible wife, incredible family. His film's grossing more than $7.5 billion, which is either a record or very close to it. I can't imagine anybody doing more. If you add up Rambo and Rocky and these others, I can't imagine anybody doing much more. $7.5 billion worldwide over the course of 6 decades. And Sly is a pillar of the really American pop culture and a Hollywood superstar like few others, and one of the biggest names on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In fact, the only one that's a bigger name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, they say, is a guy named Donald Trump. I'm on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, too, if you can believe that one. But he's amazing. He's really amazing, and he's actually a great actor. Fourth will be, together celebrating one of the most revered singers of the American disco era, Gloria Gaynor. Best known for her chart-topping 1978 hit, I Will Survive. Gloria won the 1980 Grammy for Best Disco Recording, and her song was inducted into the National Recording Registry in 2016, 4 decades later.
You guys are just tuning in. This is Trump speaking right now. President Donald Trump announcing Kennedy Center honorees. We're just seeing if he announces news, if he takes questions from the press, just what this holds. We're waiting for the trades. Volatility is subsiding. I expect a lot of chop today, and that's exactly what it's doing. It's starting to trend up, though, so we'll see. We got that trend line up top, pivot point. No red trades today, all green. Saying nice. Looking for a trade. If we do take a trade, I'll come back, but until then, we're watching those.
Gloria won a second Grammy in
Keeping up with
2020
news,
for
very
her
important.
gospel album Testimony, which is incredible. Truly a historic achievement, not only in terms of the years that have gone by to be great that long, but to have the two top of anything in that span of time, and with that kind of period between is pretty amazing. But I will say that I Will Survive is an unbelievable song.
I will survive.
I've heard it, like
No
everyone else
matter
here, thousands of times.
without you
And it's
by
one of
my
those
side.
few that get better every time you hear it. And nobody can sing it like her. And that's an honor. So, Gloria Gaynor, thank you. Thank you very much. And finally, we'll be honoring one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Kiss. So KISS was formed in 1973 in New York City by founding band members and incredible people, by the way, Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Ace Frehley, and Peter Criss. KISS became a global phenomenon, sold more than 100 million records worldwide, and produced 30 gold albums and lots of other things they produced. They made a fortune. And they're great people, and they deserve it, and they work hard, and they're still working hard, and it's an honor to present KISS. Thank you very much. Got it? Yeah. Thank you. And they're going to do something very special. KISS is going to be here on a little bit before the show. I think they're going to do something very special.
UFC signed a $7.7 billion deal 2 days ago, Ernesto. What in regard? UFC $7.7 billion deal. What is that referring to? UFC moving to Paramount in 7 years? 7 year, $7.7 billion deal? Wow. They're making some moves, man. UFC's killing it. Tapping into the younger generation with Nelk and other platforms. Steve will do it, etc. Now they're signing a $7.7 billion Paramount deal. Man, Dana White. Shout out to Dana White, man.
Special. We're going to have a good time. The 48th Kennedy Center honorees are outstanding.
Appreciate the follow,
people,
Sud. Appreciate
outstanding
you.
Group. Incredible. We can't wait to celebrate the Kennedy Center honors. It'll be in December. It'll be on CBS.
You guys are going crazy today with the
months
sport.
since I became chairman of the board, the Kennedy Center, we have completely reversed the decline of this cherished national institution. It was being run down. Money wasn't being spent properly. They were building things they shouldn't have built that nobody wanted instead of taking care of the great gem that it is. You look at the marble, look at the quality of the marble and the things that with a little fix-up and a little work, we can make it unbelievable. These columns, when you see them the next time, they'll be magnificent. I mean, we have some great plans for this. The bones are so good. The bones of a building. If you don't have the bones, you might as well forget it. I'm working on another building, a thing called the White House. We're fixing it up so beautifully. It needed it. It's been many, many years since it's been properly taken care of. It's incredible. One of the great places of the world. Maybe, I mean, truly, to me, is there anything else even close? But
do you guys think Trump building the ballroom is a W or L? Type of W if you think it's a W, a win. And now also the cleanup in DC, you can coincide it with that as well. A W or an L. You can also type 1 and 2, whatever you guys want. 1 if you think it's good, 2 if you think it's bad, or W if you think it's good, L if you think it's bad. W or an L?
And doing some other things.
It's a waste of money.
Fix up a place called Washington, D.C. We're going to make it so beautiful again. We're going to be redoing the parks, redoing the grass. You know, grass has a lifetime like people have a lifetime.
Interesting, Ernesto.
And the lifetime of this grass has long been gone when you look at the parks where the grass is old, tired, exhausted. We're going to redo the grass with the finest grasses. I know a lot about grass because I own a lot of golf courses.
The finest grasses.
You don't have good grass, you're not in business. Very long, Lindsey
Finest.
Graham. By the way, you have very good poll numbers, Lindsey. I just saw. Congratulations. But
We'll see,
a
AI.
few short
We'll
months
see.
ago, I became chairman of the Kennedy Center, and we completely reversed it. We reversed what was happening. We ended the woke political programming, and we're restoring the Kennedy Center as the premier venue for performing arts anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. This has the potential to be anywhere in the world. We're going to make it something that people can't even believe. We have some unbelievable plans, and ultimately, it's about the talent you get. Though, you know, you can have a beautiful building. You can have nice marble walls. You can have nicely done columns.
It's not the home. It's the people in the home.
As I was saying, but if you don't have the talent on the stage, and we're going to get the best talent in the world. To that end, the world-renowned musical Les Mis had a phenomenal 5-week sold-out run this summer. It beat projected revenues by 35%, and we've raised over $10 million in private funds from a lot of generous donors, and we closed the $26 million budget shortfall that they had before we got here. And with the help of Congress, we secured the critical funding necessary to rebuild the building, and we're going to get all brand new, highest level seats, magnificent seats, and it's going to be all new. We could have taken the existing ones and do a little paint job, a little fabric, but it's not the same thing. So we'll be taking out next season. All of the seats will be taken out. The room is being completely rebuilt, and I just want to thank the Republicans in the Senate, headed by Lindsey in that case. Lindsey was she's a big fan of this building, and they got a record $257 million that's going to go toward renovations that the building really needs, and all of the exterior is going to be incredible. It's going to be exciting. So I thank you very much, and thank all of your Republican senators. I don't think we had too many Democrat votes, probably. You never have. We don't have Democrats voting even for crime. But I shouldn't make this political because they made the Academy Awards political and they went down the tubes. So they'll say, Trump made it political. But I think if we make it our kind of political, we'll go up, okay? Let's see if I'm right about that. But I want to thank the executive director for an incredible job. He's done great. He's been with me for just about the beginning, and everything he's touched has been good. He was on high intelligence. He worked in low intelligence and high intelligence. He did better with the high intelligent people, but he's been fantastic. He's the executive director, Rick Grinnell, for his work. Thank you very much, Rick. Unbelievable job. And as well as Lindsay and all the people that helped us in Congress, I want to thank, and the Senate has been incredible. By the way, Leader Thune has been unbelievable, and Speaker Mike Johnson. These are great people. What we're doing with the great big beautiful bill is you're going to see a whole different country. You're seeing it already. We're coming in where the trillions of dollars is coming in from tariffs from all over the world, from countries that took advantage of our country. They thought we were children. They took advantage of us for decades, and now the money is flowing to us. And we've become the hottest country anywhere in the world. But the Kennedy Center board members, many of whom I knew, and many of whom I put on the board, and it's as good a board as I've ever seen. And on the board also, and some people that are doing an incredible job. One in particular is Attorney General Pam Bondi. The job she's doing is incredible. Thank you very much. Long beyond the Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center is the easy part. She's incredible, and you're going to see a big change in Washington crime stats very soon. Or not the stats that they gave, because they turned out to be a total fraud. The real stats, the stats went through the roof. You know, they had a man that was forced to put up stats like they were doing better. They're not doing better. Crime is the worst it's ever been, but it started as of about yesterday. You see a big change, and people are feeling safe already. I've had so many calls, thank you, sir, thank you. They were afraid to walk out. They're not afraid anymore. And this will be like the border. We started off with millions and millions of people coming in from all over the world, gang members and people from jails. They were unloading their jails into our country. All over the world they were coming, drug dealers. They came from Africa, they came from Asia, they came from South America, Venezuela in particular. They were coming in, Trinidad, and the toughest people you've ever seen. And by the millions, and for the last 3 months, we had 0, 0, and 0. We had 0 people come in for 3 months. They respect our country again. That's the other thing. All over the world, our country is respected again. So I also want to thank the Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles, who's fantastic. She's done an incredible job. And Sergio Gore for the job he's done with personnel. Thank you very much, Sergio. Fantastic. In the coming months, we'll fully renovate the dated and the infrastructure of the building and make the Kennedy Center a crown jewel of American arts and culture once again. I think we'll bring it to a higher level than it ever hit. Actually, it hit a certain level, but we're going to bring it to a higher level than it ever hit. We have the right location, and soon we will be a crime-free area. This is going to be a crime-free area, by the way. You'll be able to go out. People tell me they can't run anymore. They're just afraid. And they'll be running again. We're going to have a crime-free. It's a big statement because if one thing happens all year, Pam, you better be good, because they'll say Trump did not fulfill his. One person gets a little injured by somebody, they'll say Trump did not fulfill his promise. No, we're going to be essentially crime-free. This is going to be a beacon, and it's going to also serve as an example of what can be done. We have to get rid of this cashless bail nonsense, which, if you look at New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, which is so badly run. Los Angeles, they can't get the houses. They can't get the people their permits to build.
Ernesto, if they lower rates in September, how much does it reflect on the market? Very substantially. 90% of traders are predicting, or the bets, 90%, it's 90% in favor of a rate cut. So if they don't do it, it's very bearish. Depending on the news around it, they didn't cut rates again like last 2 weeks ago. It's bearish. It was bearish for briefly there, but then other news wicked this up. So it really depends. If they don't do it, it's bearish. Depending on the news, other news coinciding with it. If we get a Russia-Ukraine ceasefire, this thing is going ballistic. It's going to be super volatile. Probably go up 1,000 points at least. But we just gotta wait and see. If they cut rates, it's bullish. If they don't, it's bearish.
Their houses. They're trying to rebuild their houses from the ridiculous fire that should have never allowed.
Appreciate the files, Sui. Appreciate you guys.
Place. They should have had the water coming down from the Pacific Northwest, but they didn't do that. But they can't get the permits for the people that want to build their houses. But I want to thank Lee Zeldin because the federal government has gotten all of their permits, which are much more difficult permits actually, and had them literally within 30 days after the fire. Everybody had their permit. But you don't have the city and state permits. They got to get going. The governor and the mayor have to get going. It will just be a matter of time that we're going to do something that's going to be incredible. We're going to use the Kennedy Center as a big focus of it, and that's the 250th anniversary celebration that we're having. So it's 250 years. So we have the Olympics, we have the World Cup, and we have the 250th anniversary celebration, all in this administration. And it's an honor that we were able to not be allowed to do what we were illegally and what we were supposed to do, and that was we had a great election in 2020. We won the election by a lot, but it was a rigged election, and we had to wait 4 years, and we waited 4 years, and it's interesting because I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. I can't claim that I got the 250th. That one's a big one, but I happen to be here. But I got the Olympics, I got the World Cup, and I said the shame of it is that I'm not going to be president when it happens. And lo and behold, look what happens. We have some bad things took place, and now I'm going to be president for the Olympics. I'll be president for the World Cup, and the 250th is going to be maybe more exciting than both. It's a great celebration of our country. We're going to be using this building for a lot of the celebration having to do with 250 years. But as I said earlier, I'm determined to make Washington, D.C. safe, clean, and beautiful again. It's going to take place very rapidly. Be prepared. And a big part of that's going to include the Kennedy Center. So thank you very much, and I want to thank everybody for helping us. This is mostly the group right here. They're young, they're smart, they're ambitious, they want my job. Someday one of them will probably have it. But we have a great group of people that are putting this together, and they're also helping us with Washington, D.C. We're going to make Washington beautiful. We're going to redo roads. We're going to redo the medians, the pavers, and the medians all throughout the city. We're going to take all the graffiti off. We're going to have to remove the tents and the people that are living in our parks. We're going to be redoing the parks, the grasses and all. We're going to be going to Congress for a relatively small amount of money, and Lindsey and the Republicans are going to be approving it. I don't know about the Democrats. They don't approve anything. It's amazing. It's like they just don't want to vote for anything. They've got the yips. You know, in golf they say the yips. The Democrats are afraid to do anything because they don't want to be criticized. But fighting crime is a good thing. We have to explain. We're going to fight crime. That's a good thing. Already they're saying he's a dictator.
I don't know who in the right mind would be against cleaning up the homeless on the streets, making the state of the city cleaner, more safe, just getting rid of homeless just packed on the streets, especially in California. Trump's already stated he's going to move the National Guard. The homeless problem in California is ridiculous. And also the traffic is crazy as well, but the homeless is crazy. So Trump doing this, other states will follow suit, and just clean up the nation's capital, clean up the city of Washington, D.C. I mean, it's a no-brainer. No-brainer. Also, he's offering them shelter, food, etc. And if they refuse, they go to jail, get fined. I don't know. I mean, maybe not that harsh, but I mean, you got to clean up the city. Washington, D.C., all world leaders come through there. They're driving through, seeing that city. I mean, you need it to be clean. You need it to be beautiful. It just frames them in a different mind when they come in the White House, sign important deals, talk about, have certain privy talks that are super important. I mean, you need it. You need a safe, clean environment.
The
no
place
brainer.
is going to hell.
I don't know who would go against that.
So instead of saying he's a dictator, they should say we're going to join him and make Washington safe. But they say he's a dictator, and then they end up getting mugged, and you know. But the stats are very bad. But we're going to. I think we'll actually get Democrat support. I really believe they can't do.
They use homeless to drive the real estate price down and buy cheap. Areas with homeless go down while clean areas go up. I mean, yeah, that's just common sense. People don't want to walk out, and they want nice, clean, safe neighborhoods. I mean,
do this one too. It's, you know, they talk about 80-20 issues, but I think many of those 80-20 issues, like men and women's sports, I think it's 97-3, not 80-20. And I think crime is maybe 100-0. So I think we may get very well some Democrat support, but I hope so. But even if we don't, we have the majority, so we're going to vote it in as Republicans, and we're going to do something. And that's going to serve as a beacon for New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and other places all over the country. Our whole country is going to be so different and so great. It's going to be clean and safe and beautiful, and people are going to love our flag more than they've ever loved it. And we're going to do a great job. So I want to congratulate all the nominees. They're unbelievable people, and we're going to have a tremendous day in December, and that evening is going to be special. Some really special people and real talent. Do you have any questions?
Here we go.
Yes, please.
Hi, sir. There's new reporting that the Russians have hacked into some computer systems that manage U.S. federal court documents. I wonder if you've seen this reporting and if you plan to bring it up with Putin when you see him later.
What?
I guess I could. Are you surprised? You know, are you surprised? They hack in. That's what they do. They're good at it. We're good at it. We're actually better at it. But no, I have heard about it. I have heard about it. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President. You mentioned congressional Democrats. You have not yet met with Democratic leadership, but there's a funding deadline at the end of September. Do you plan to meet with Leader Schumer and Leader Jeffries to discuss that situation?
Well, I will, I guess, but it's almost a waste of time to meet because they never approve anything. If we want money to fight crime, if we want money to do only good things, just good things. Let's not even talk about controversial. They don't want to meet about anything. They really are. They're stuck. They don't know what to do. They have probably more, I would say more than half are sane, but they are led by insane people. And the kind of things that they're pushing are not something. We have a communist running for the mayor of New York, and I wish him well. I may have to deal with him. I mean, it's not even conceivable. It's not even conceivable that that could happen. And maybe he won't win, but he won the primaries by quite a bit. You know, shockingly, he won the primaries. So, and you see some of the people supporting him that truly don't believe what he's espousing. So, I mean, we will meet, but nothing's going to come out of the meeting. But here's the advantage we have is that we just passed the great, big, beautiful bill that had all the biggest tax cuts in history. No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security. Think of it. Think of that for the seniors. No tax on overtime. And all sorts of things. You go out, buy a car, you can deduct the interest payment. If you borrow money, you can deduct the interest payment from your taxes. So many things. But the biggest thing is, from a business standpoint, deductions. You know, that was tremendous. It's going to, our country is roaring. Our businesses are, you're going to see some numbers in 12 months when these factories are open. You know, we're opening up factories all over the world, all over the country, but that's all spreading to, I think we're spreading the wealth all over the world, if you want to know the truth. But we're opening them in this country at a level that we've never seen before. We've never seen. So they just don't want to prove anything. They just, we meet with them and they say, as Nancy Reagan said, just say no. They go, just say no. They're afraid to approve anything. If we say, we want to stop crime in this country, or as an example, bail, we want to make it so that people, if they murder somebody, they're in jail. They don't get out on no bail. They say, we don't want that. We want people to murder somebody and they immediately are released and they go out and murder somebody else. It's a big problem, a tremendous problem. By the way, we're going to go for statutes in D.C. and then ultimately for the rest of the country where that's not going to be allowed, because it was when they did the cashless bail thing that the numbers really started going up. In this city, in New York, in Chicago, in Los Angeles, no matter where they have it, the numbers went through the roof. So we're going to meet with them, of course. I'd like to meet with them. We're going to tell them all these good things, and they're going to tell us no. And then we're going to go out and we're going to vote it in by the Republicans, because I don't believe that anybody is capable of making a deal with these people. They have gone crazy. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank
Your federalization of the police has a 30-day limit unless Congress acts to extend it. Are you talking to Congress about extending it, or do you believe 30 days is sufficient?
Well, if it's a national emergency, we can do it without Congress, but we expect to be to Congress before Congress very quickly. And again, we think the Democrats will not do anything to stop crime, but we think the Republicans will do it almost unanimously. So we're going to need a crime bill that we're going to be putting in, and it's going to pertain initially to D.C. We're going to use it as a very positive example. And we're going to be asking for extensions on that, long-term extensions, because you can't have 30 days. 30 days that's by the time you do it. We're going to have this in good shape. And don't forget, in the border, everyone said it would take years and you'd have to go back to Congress. I never went to Congress for anything. I just said, close the border. And they closed the border. And that was the end of it. I didn't go back to Congress. We're going to do this very quickly. But we're going to want extensions. I don't want to call national emergency. If I have to, I will. But I think the Republicans in Congress will approve this pretty much unanimously. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would you encourage members of the press to do ride-alongs with the D.C. police to understand how serious this crime issue is?
It's okay to me if they want to do it. We're going to work with the D.C. police. A lot of very good people in there. Not all, but a lot of very good, very, very professional. And, you know, we have a big force. I think they said 3,500. They're always asking the mayor, who's a very nice woman, we got to do the job. You know, we've worked with the mayor for 6 months, and she's been here for many years. And the numbers are worse than they ever are. Don't let anyone tell you they're not. And the whole statistical charts that they made. The whole thing is a rigged deal. They got rid of the guy because he didn't want to do the numbers the way they wanted to, and they put their own numbers out. They said it's the best in 20 years. No, it's the worst in 20 years. But we're going to be very open about what we're doing. So if the media wants to ride with police, if they want to do it, if they feel it's safe, that would be okay. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Sorry, with President Zelensky.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mary Margaret, Daily Wire. 2 questions on D.C., if that's okay. How do you feel about Mayor Bowser's level of cooperation and her choosing to advocate for D.C. statehood right now? And
Well, the statehood, let me do that one
Okay.
first. Statehood is ridiculous. We want to straighten the place out. Statehood's ridiculous. It's unacceptable. It's the Democrats want it because the Democrats have, about 95% in this little area. Even I didn't get it very much. They want that. They want to pick up 2 senators, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And that's the least of the reasons why, by the way, but that's one of the reasons why. What we want to do is make Washington, D.C. the greatest, most beautiful, safest capital anywhere in the world, and that's going to happen. I mentioned the word bones before. The bones here, the bones, we have the greatest bones. When you look at that Supreme Court building, I think it's one of the most beautiful buildings. When you look at some of the buildings here, it's so magnificent, and everything's good, but it's just dirty and not properly maintained. It's not taken care of. Potholes in the roads. All of it's going to happen very quickly. We're going to seek a relatively small amount of money for fix-up, and we're going to put it out to bid. And we have great contractors here, great road builders, everything. And we're not ripping roads apart so they're closed for 4 years as they redo the concrete bases. And you don't need that. We need a beautiful topping by a very talented asphalt-type person, somebody that does the job. We go out, when I get contractors, I use great contractors. To me, a great contractor is very special, like a great surgeon, like a great teacher, like a great nurse. A great contractor is very important. We'll only use the best. And when you put a coat of asphalt on that top, 2 inches of asphalt, 3 inches of asphalt, it looks brand new. You take all the garbage off. They reseed it, as we call it, or different names, but they take the bad stuff off and they put the good stuff down. It takes not a long period of time. A matter of a few days, you'll have a beautiful, magnificent road. You fix up the curbs. You get rid of the medians in this town are just horrible. You're riding around, I think to myself, leaders come from foreign countries. You see, with leaders all the time, different leaders. They came in from India recently and from everywhere. They came in from a war that we just ended, Azerbaijan, and that, and Armenia. We just ended the war. The 2 leaders came in. One of them said, "My country looks better. The roads are better than, we were talking about it." I said, "What do you think?" He said, "Well, the roads are better in Armenia than they are in Washington, D.C. It's embarrassing." And I was asked at the last press conference, they said to me, "How important is it? You're doing world peace. We're going on Friday to Alaska, meeting with President Putin, Russia.
Very important.
How important is it the capital is important?" I said, "Very, very important." I told my father, said to me, "When you see a restaurant and you want to go and you want to have dinner, and then you go up to the front door and it's dirty, turn around and go back because the kitchen's dirty." It's the same thing with the capital of the United States of America. If it's dirty and unsafe, it sets a bad tone for the rest of the world. So we're not going to do that. We're going to have this capital fixed up, safe, clean, and beautiful in a very short period of time. Go ahead, please. In the back? Yeah, please.
Yes, Mr. President, how were your calls this morning with European leaders, and was it your call not to invite President Zelensky
Common
to a meeting with
sense.
Putin?
No, just the opposite. No. We had a very good call. He was on the call. President Zelensky was on the call. I would rate it a 10, very, very friendly. I know the leaders because I was at NATO, as you know. I took it from 2% to 5%, 2% that wasn't paid, 5% that is paid, which is trillions of dollars in defense capability. No, it was always going to be, I was going to meet with President Putin, and then after that, I'm going to call the leaders and President Zelensky. I'm going to call President Zelensky, and then I'll call probably in that order the leaders. There's a very good chance that we're going to have a second meeting, which will be more productive than the first, because the first is I'm going to find out where we are and what we're doing. Again, this is Biden's war. This isn't my war. He got us into this thing. And it should have never happened. This war would have never happened if I were president. But it is what it is, and I'm here to fix it. And I'm here to stop 6,000, 7,000 people last week. 7,213 people last week were killed, mostly soldiers. But missiles being lobbed into towns don't exactly help either. But mostly soldiers. And Ukrainian and Russian. They're not.
And Russia is building an offensive force as we speak. They're putting more and more troops. Ukraine's pointing this out on the front line. Now Ukraine's building troops going into the meeting with Trump and Putin in Alaska on Friday. So things could go awry very fast. Friday is going to be very important. All the news Friday, the trading is going to be absolutely obscene. Very volatile.
not American soldiers, but if we
Most
can
people are probably going to not trade Friday, but we're going to be here.
save a lot of lives, it would be a great thing. I've stopped 5 wars in the last 6 months. And on top of that, we wiped out the nuclear capability of Iran, obliterated it. It's turned out to be a correct word, by the way, because some of the press said, well, maybe it wasn't obliteration. It was obliteration. And we're going to meet with, I would say, the second meeting. If the first one goes okay, we'll have a quick second one. I would like to do it almost immediately. And we'll have a quick second meeting between President Putin and President Zelensky and myself, if they'd like to have me there. And that would be a meeting where maybe it could be absolutely work. But the first meeting will not work that out. Certain great things can be gained in the first. It's going to be a very important meeting. But it's setting the table for the second meeting. I think the second meeting, if the second meeting takes place. Now, there may be no second meeting, because if I feel that it's not appropriate to have it because I didn't get the answers that we have to have, then we're not going to have a second meeting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's going to be very important.
I didn't ask you. Go ahead, please, Regis.
I just wanted to ask you, thank you, Mr. President. How involved were you in the selection process of these honorees?
I would say I was about 98% involved. No, they all went through me. They came over, Rick and Sergio and everybody. They said, I turned down plenty. They were too woke. I had a couple of wokesters. No, we have great people. This is very different than it used to be. Very different. These are great people, and they're not. I don't have any idea of the Republican, because I want people that the Kennedy Center has everything. Look at the Academy Awards; it gets lousy ratings now. It's all woke. All they do is talk about how much they.
To be fair, most people are on streaming platforms and don't watch TV anymore. Even when but to be fair, the Academy Awards and all them award shows tried to move on to streaming, and they still really didn't perform well. A couple did, but that was because like really big A-listers were there. If they weren't there, then no one would have showed up. I mean, that's kind of the science of the time. People were watching on YouTube as well. I mean, really, if you want to do an award show, you better be partnered with YouTube. You better do it on YouTube. And everyone better know.
They hate Trump.
If you want any traction
But nobody
at all.
likes that. They don't watch anymore. That used to have 45 million people watching. I remember The Apprentice, first season. The Apprentice had 42 million people. The Academy Awards had 41 million people. We were the second show to the Super Bowl. But since then, the Academy Awards have gone down to, I think they've gone down to numbers that are like a regular show, because it went woke. We're not doing it for that reason. We're doing it because we want the great talent. But these are great people. So I was just a very long answer, but I was very involved.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Biden administration was auctioning off border wall materials, but we're hearing now that the auctioneer is selling those materials back. Are you finishing building the wall?
Well, I built hundreds of miles of wall, and I was getting very close. I actually finished the wall, but then I added another 200 miles, because when you do the original wall that I said I was going to build, which I got built, and I got it to the specifications of the Border Patrol and ICE, the exact. They wanted steel, they wanted concrete inside, they wanted rebar inside that, they wanted it to have wires. We have the walls are wired for all of the internet stuff and security things, and we built it hundreds of miles. We did great. That's one of the reasons even now we're able to have such good numbers at zero, essentially very little people coming in. But Biden, I ordered for another 200 miles. I was going to do another 200 because it's the way it is. And we're all set to do it. Then we had the bad election result, the horrible, what happened to our country, what they've allowed to happen to our country. And we are taking now that wall back. They sold the wall. Now, this is expensive stuff. Hardened steel, very expensive. 9,000-pound concrete and rebar. Rebar is very expensive. The hardest rebar. No, it's very, very hard to cut. You have different materials. It's very hard to cut because they cut it down if they can. It's very hard to cut. And Biden sold it for pennies on the dollar, 3 cents on the dollar, 4 cents on the dollar. He sold it. And I said, these guys really don't want it. That was when I first realized, when I saw the wall was being put up, because we could have finished the rest of the wall in about 4 weeks, anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. It was all set to go. It was laying down, ready to be put up. The foundations were, and they took over, and they said, we're going to sell the wall. And they sold it, as you know, for pennies on the dollar. Well, Pam Bondi's been working very hard on suing that company, and I think they reached a settlement where we're taking the wall back. But they stole the wall from us. That wall is so expensive to build, and we had it, as you know, hundreds of miles of it. And they came along and they basically sold it for scrap. And what a shame that is. But that was when I first realized that these people actually want to have open borders. And no country has poor countries don't have open borders. No, we had open borders where people just walked in. It didn't matter what they looked like, who they were. We had 11,888 murderers, half of whom killed more than one person. I mean, literally. killed more than one person. And this is who we took into our country. So the wall is the least of it, but we're going to take the wall back. We're paying a small amount of money, as I understand it, to get it back, to get rid of the litigation. We'll take it back. We'll put it up. Yeah.
That's just crazy to think about. You have all the materials there. You have the footing of concrete to build the wall, finish the wall. The first phase was done, and then you're practically almost there. Then Biden takes over and he sells it. I mean, the last time I looked at auction, it was like 25 cents on the dollar they were selling it for, like 8 months ago, 9 months ago. It was absolutely crazy to see. And I don't even know how they could get away with that at the time. I mean, I just don't get it. Looking at the charts, it seems to be no direction. Yeah, it's consolidation, guys. It's in between yesterday's CPI data, consumer price index, and tomorrow's PPI data, producer price index. So this is just a kind of in between low volatility consolidation day, and we're pretty much just buying and selling liquidity sweeps. We're staying on the market for now. We're watching this news, keeping up track, but all green day, 100% winning trades, 5 accounts in the green, up like 25, 2,600, something like that. Just waiting. If there's an opportunity, I will take it. So far, it's flushing down that pivot point, 23,927. If you're new here, if you're enjoying the raw, transparent trading, enjoying the channel, please smash that like button, follow channel, subscribe. We're live every single day at 9:30 a.m. trading the market. Also, check out the merch. Hats just launched today. I just dropped hats today. Hoodies yesterday, shirts the other day after that. Merch is live. No missed opportunities, only the next. And everything's live.
Go ahead in the back, please.
Today is a short day.
To the Kennedy Center, if I can, just for a second, Mr.
We
President.
went against trend
From what I
today,
understand,
Gapper.
the Les Mis
A little
show
bit.
exceeded everyone's expectations.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you,
Revenue
Gapper.
across the board.
Great.
Do you
I heard you were fishing. Gapper. Is that true? Also appreciate the subscription, Sage, Timothy, Hal. Appreciate you guys. Shavam, what's up, man?
anticipate future shows to basically do the same?
I'm good.
I
I'm
like
good.
that
I'm good.
guy.
Hopefully you're well.
Now, that's called a question.
What did he say?
Attendance.
What was the
Take
question?
you back to the Kennedy Center, if I can, just for a second, Mr. President.
Sure.
From what I understand, the Les Mis show exceeded everyone's expectations. Attendance, revenue, across the board.
Great.
Do you anticipate future shows to basically do the same?
I like that guy. Now, that's called a question, okay? And he's a great reporter, actually. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it did great. Les Mis did great, broke records, and was sold out and beautiful. And we anticipate a lot of that happening. There's a thirst for it. And especially when the crime is knocked out. You know, when we knock out crime, some people probably stay away from places like restaurants and other things. It ruins your whole fabric. It ruins your country. And when somebody thinks they have about a 25% chance of getting mugged, they say, let's not go to restaurants tonight. We're going to make it so that they have no chance of getting mugged. And it's going to happen soon. And yeah, we think we're going to have a lot of very successful evenings here. Please.
Will Russia face any consequences if Vladimir Putin does not agree to stop the war after your meeting on Friday?
Yes, they will. Yeah.
What will the consequences
there will be
be?
consequences.
Sanctions, tariffs?
There will be. I don't have to say. There will be very severe consequences. Yes. Yeah, please.
No, I do not. 782Q. It's
Right
only
next to
Nasdaq
us, yeah.
futures.
Oh, Federal Reserve, my friend.
Posted
Too
yesterday
late.
that you're
He's too late.
You're considering suing Jay Powell. Can you update us on your thinking about that and tell us
What's up,
where you are
Pawan?
in your search for a new chair?
Well, he
Greetings
took a
from the
building
US,
that could have
greetings
been
from the
painted
US.
and fixed. Like,
Appreciate
we're going
it.
to fix this building for very little money. And that was in better shape. He took a building and what they did to that building, they built a basement under the building. It didn't have a basement. This is simple to understand. The building is right next to a thing called the Potomac River, the beautiful Potomac River. That means lots of water. And the water is right under the building. And they decided to build a basement under the building in the Potomac River. So in order to do that, you need the biggest pumps that God ever created. And they were pumping their hearts out, but as big as those pumps are, you can't pump it fast enough because it's the Potomac River. If the pump were bigger than this room, you couldn't pump it. But they tried, and they've been building a basement. And I said, why did you want to build a basement? I thought it would be a good idea, sir. A basement is the least valuable floor in a building. I know a lot about real estate. The least valuable thing is the basement. And you don't build a basement under a building that is 2 feet above.
Gapper said, no fishing, busy moving some ETH to sell at 4,700 this morning. Let's go, Gapper. Let's go, man. And then managing my way out of a bad trade I made yesterday afternoon. It happens, it happens. Looks like you're managing, though. You've killed it the past couple days. Killed it, man. I knew. You went ghost in the chat for like yesterday or the day before. I knew you were hurting. I knew it. Hopefully all is well, man. You'll bounce back. You'll get it out. You'll manage it. You know what you're doing. You got it.
Of the
Wish you all the best,
river
Cap.
that's right next door. You know, it's right near the river. People don't realize the river's right out their window. And that's the beginning. They did just a terrible job. Instead of, I could take a ceiling like this, they'd rip out the ceiling because they see a crack. Let's rip out the ceiling. And I would fix the crack and I would paint the ceiling. And under the ceiling, they put the most incredible protective material. They go out by 3/4 inch, brand new, gorgeous 3/4 inch plywood and sheetrock, hardened sheetrock. And they had it all over the building.
Not yet,
so if a
Braden.
little piece of flake came down. But the problem is when they took the ceiling down and it would hit, they spent millions of dollars on protective material that you didn't have to spend anything. You could have done that job
Gap.
for $25 million and they spent $3.1 billion. He said 2.7, but it's really 3.1. They just don't want to include one of the buildings in the deal. But it's going to be much more than that. And I think he'll be long gone by the time it finishes because they've got a long way to go. And then I hear they want to hire 3,000 economists. What are they going to do? And he got it all wrong. He's too late. We call him Jerome Too Late Powell. It will live with him forever. I believe that name will live with him forever, along with the name Pocahontas and some of the others. He worked closely with Pocahontas, by the way. She's another beauty. But we have a real problem there. They're way over budget, and they did a job that shouldn't have been done. It was unnecessary to be done. Instead of
Todd says Gapper needed that boom. I've been laser locked in the squad. I hope everyone is doing great. We're doing solid today, Todd. Norman, Legend. Gapper, you got people worrying about you? Absolutely. Gapper is a staple in the stream. Rubbing his little crystal ball. We'll get back to the news in a minute. We are 100% win rate today. Went against trend twice. Profited 981 on the first time. Very risky trade. And 910 on the second one. Less risk. We're up like 2,500, 2,600. Nothing too crazy. Just trading liquidity sweeps today. And then this low consolidation, low volatility. I'm not going to mess with it. ATR is at 12. Expected today to be just liquidity sweep for the first hour, 2 hours. That's the main opportunity zone. Just because no news in between CPI yesterday, in between PPI tomorrow. So the conviction I was holding, I was going to short and just short and long extremes, extensions, and extremes wicks to start like it did back here. Boom, boom, boom. We were doing something technical difficulties. Would have been long here. We shorted here, bought here. We shorted here, I believe. Might have missed one of these. And then we did buy here. And then we were buying all this. We bought this. Full ported there. Got out. And then full ported here. Got out. 20 points. Only made 20 points of that. Didn't trailing up. Yeah, it's a bad habit. I need a trail too, but good day, good day. All profit, all reward. Not bad. And then this low conviction. So the first hour, 2 hours were the best opportunity zones. Liquidity sweeps, high and low, play the extremes and the volatility wicks. And then trading the consolidation after that. It's pretty much the conviction for today. I know a lot of people got burned today. A lot of people got burned. I know it. Let's get back.
I could have gotten the greatest wallpaper anywhere in the world from the finest stores in the world. I could have fixed up a wall a little bit. It would have taken about 2 hours and covered it with the most magnificent silk and most magnificent paper for thousands of dollars as opposed to tens of millions of dollars. What a shame it is that they did. But they would take down areas of the building that shouldn't have been taken down. They could have literally been painted, and they didn't do that. So they've got a long way to go. And I think it's just grossly incompetent. But not quite as incompetent as his decision not to do interest rates, take down interest rates, because just like they shouldn't have taken down a ceiling, they should
have
down
cut
interest
rates.
Every point costs us $360 billion a year. Think of that, $360 billion for 1 point. And we should be down at 1% because we're the leader of the world. We were always the lowest interest rate until like a certain time ago, decade, couple. but we were always, because we were the United States of America. So even if the country was run badly, we were considered like to be super prime. And now he's got us in a bad place. So we're paying $360 billion a year for each point. Now, I believe we should be 3 or 4 points lower. So that's over $1 trillion we pay every year in interest. And it's really just a paper calculation. You sign a document and you save almost $1 trillion because that number equates very much to the bonds that we have to buy. But despite that, we're powering through it. And we have the greatest economy maybe we've ever had. But the housing sector, people aren't able to get good mortgages. They're paying too much because of Jerome Too Late Powell. He's truly incompetent. And we'll be making another, we put a very good man in temporarily in the one spot because one of the people that was appointed by the Democrats left early. And I heard left because that person wanted lower interest rates. And I heard quit, but I have no idea. I'm sure she won't say that. I'll be naming a new chairman sometime within the next, I think I'll name it a little bit early, the new chairman. I'm down to 3 or 4 names, all good, all great. The problem is you name them and then they turn out to be not good. That's happened to me a couple of times. You name somebody, they tell you everything you want to hear, and then they go in and they turn out to be not good. I mean, he told me everything that I thought was appropriate. He turned out to be a stiff, you know, real stiff. But other than that, I think he's doing a very good job, yes. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 more. 1 or 2 more. Yes, sir, please. Go ahead.
Mr. President.
Looks like Scott Bessent. Are you the Treasury Secretary?
You don't want me for Treasury.
I don't know. You look like you could do a good job. Go ahead.
I keep my family budget okay. Sir, when you meet with Vladimir Putin Friday in Alaska, do you believe you can convince him to stop targeting civilians in Ukraine?
Very important.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've had that conversation with him. I've had a lot of good conversations with him. Then I go home and I see that a rocket hit a nursing home or a rocket hit an apartment building and people are laying dead in the streets. So I guess the answer to that is no, because I've had this conversation. I want to end the war. It's Biden's war, but I want to end it. I'll be very proud to end this war along with the 5 other wars I ended. But I guess the answer to that is probably no, because I would have had a good conversation with Vladimir. I knew him very well. I got along with him great, actually. We had the Russia. I had to go through the Russia hoax. And it was actually, it was a strain on the relationship. I actually told him, I said, you know, they got this phony investigation going on, Russia, totally phony, created by Adam Schiff, Shifty Schiff, and Hillary Clinton and the whole group of them. And it made it very dangerous for our country because I was unable to really deal with Russia the way we should have been. I'm looking at Pam because I hope something's going to be done about it. These people put our country at great danger. And Adam Schiff, it was all made up. It was a hoax. The Mueller report came out. They all hated me. They had 18 Trump haters. And they said I did nothing wrong. They couldn't believe, they couldn't find anything after years.
You're insane, Todd.
Todd tipped $5. Thanks for what you're building here.
You're insane, Todd. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. I'm unsure if you sent 5 or 20. I saw 4 lined up. Hopefully I didn't skip any. Let me check. Let me check. Appreciate it, Todd. Glad you guys are getting value. Building community. That was a key momentous to why I started doing social media. I wanted to build a community of like-minded people. And that's exactly what we have. No matter the size, no matter anything. Appreciate the Todd. Appreciate the 5, man. Appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying the community. I know we're just getting started too. Like I said, we're not even ramped up right now. Posting the videos is where we're going to get most traction, get a lot of viewers on the live stream, and we're still going insane, Todd. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad to have you guys. Let's go.
Years of investigation. It was all a hoax. It was a hoax created by the Democrats, but in particular, Crooked Hillary, the whole group. And now we've learned all the stuff that's come out over the last 2 months is incredible through intelligence. And hopefully something's going to happen with it. These are people that put our country in danger. In real danger. I want to thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank
you. Okay. So that was President Donald Trump announcing Kennedy Center honorees and taking questions afterwards. Appreciate it, Todd. What's up, Pana? Come on. Still got a long way to go, guys. Long way to go. We don't even have the simulator release yet. We don't have the mentorship out. And then plenty of other beyond that. You're a great teacher. I'm glad I found you early. Appreciate it, Joseph. Go, man. Love, guys. Love. Market go long. We'll see, market. Go rewind the tape. On August 2nd, I said ETH would hit 4,751 by EO end of month. No, no, no. No, no, no. We'll see. All right, next news on the docket is 1 p.m. in 27 minutes. Fed Goldsby speaking, then 1:30 p.m. EST. Fed Bostic speaking, then 4 p.m. after market closes. Trump signing executive orders. I think Scott Besson is speaking or spoke soon. We are below that pivot point in the market, 20,927. ATR is at 13. ES has still not filled the gap. ES has still not filled the gap from yesterday's close. The Nasdaq has already filled the gap. ES is below the VWAP, volume weighted average price, 200 SMA, 200-day simple moving average, and the 100 MA, the 100-day moving average. The NQ 30-minute is below the VWAP, above the 100 MA, above the 200 SMA. Nvidia is up 1.07%. Tesla is taking up, was red, now it's up a little bit. Google is down 0.42%. Amazon is down 0.2%. Microsoft is up 0.25%. Meta is up 1%. Apple is up 1.4%. Netflix is down 0.45%. MicroStrategy is down 1%. Palantir is down 1.15%. GameStop is up 0.3%. Costco is down 1.15%. Alibaba is up 3% on the day. Abeco is down 1.3%. AMD is up 5.5%. QCOM is up 1.5%. Adobe is up 2.5%. Voyager Technologies, a newer stock on the Nasdaq, is up 1%. Robinhood is down 5%. The Nasdaq is down 0.05%. Nasdaq futures is down that. ES futures are up 0.1%. The dollar is down 0.33%. VIX, the volatility index, is sitting at 14.52, down 1.5% today. The Dow Jones is up 0.75%. The Russell 2000 is up 1.33%. Bitcoin is up 1.33% for the day, sitting at 121,000. ETH is sitting at 4,722, up 2.9% today. Solana is at 200, up 4.25%. XRP is flat for the day. Doge is up 3.3% for the day. What are metals sitting at? What are metals sitting at? Also, let's look at your guys' votes in the YouTube polls. Are you profitable, negative, or learning? 43% are profitable, 20% are negative, 37% are learning for the regular YouTube live stream. For the YouTube short stream, get rid of that. 318 votes, 30% are profitable, 20% are negative, 49% are learning. Very good to see. Actually, let's look at the silver, sitting at $38.70 an ounce, up 64 cents today. Gold is sitting at $3,372 an ounce, up 17.42 cents today. Very nice. No FOMO, no over trading. There are no missed opportunities, chat. Only the next one, merch. No missed opportunities. We are going insane. The support is insane. Almost 200 subscribers today. Insane. We're almost at 6,500. Absolutely obscene. Absolutely obscene. Obscene, chat. Obscene. I just found you today, and the things you're teaching are great, man. Love the stream. Keep up. I will keep coming back when you're live. Appreciate the beast. Glad you guys are getting value, learning what to do, what not to do. Glad you guys are enjoying. Again, this is only the tip of the iceberg. We're at like probably not even 1% capacity, but I keep saying that because this I really could ramp this up. Really could ramp it up. We're still staying a little small. What's up, Swift? Appreciate you on party. Appreciate you. Shadow, what's ETH y'all talking about? Crypto? Yeah, Ethereum on crypto. Yep. Appreciate it, Gapper. If ETH holds 4,500, 4,700 support by end of month, I think we will see 6,200 by end of September. Chris, looks like you are building support. We'll see, Gap. We'll see. Legend got stopped out, loss of 1K, but still up 29.7. You are insane with the Legend. Legend is risking 10 cons. No sweat on a personal account. He is absolutely crazy. He's got that risk tolerance. I'm crazy. Appreciate the follow, Quan, Trad. Appreciate you. Or trade. Okay, ES is below the VWAP, 200 SMA, 100 MA. ES 1 minute RSI is below the MA, a little below neutral. Williams R 120 days below neutral, getting oversold territory. NQ 30 minute RSI is below the MA, below neutral. Williams R 120 day for the NQ 30 minute, getting into neutral, still a little overbought. Tesla is flipping green, trying to. Just have to see what this wants to do. Very low volatility. Gonna be a lot of consolidation today. If I do take something, it has to be around a very high key level. And if I do take something, I'll be willing to hold it for at least 30 minutes, if not longer. That's how low the volatility is right now. This consolidation is crazy. Not sure ES going to break down much further. Yeah, but it might just consolidate a while. Maybe wake up to the NQ 30-minute VWAP. Maybe. Let's position that. It's at 23,970. It may wake up here and then consolidate for the rest of the day. We do have PPI data tomorrow. We have news in 19 minutes. Fed Goldsby speaking. And then 49 minutes away is Fed Bostic speaking at 1:30 p.m. That's the last news on the docket. Finland President Stub, Trump said he would focus on achieving ceasefire at the Alaska meeting. Obviously, duh. Tomorrow we have US PPI year-over-year, month-over-month, core PPI year-over-year, month-over-month. PPI is producer price index. We also have at 8:30 a.m. US initial jobless claims, US continued jobless claims. Then 10 a.m. Fed Muslim speaking. 11:30 US 4-week bill. So probably good volatility depending on what Trump does tomorrow as well. If he has any meetings, there'll be some volatility around that. Depending on the news, if Putin says something when markets close today and post-market, pre-market, who knows what the volatility will be. But based on this news alone, I'm expecting volatility to be good until like 11:30, 12:30, and then probably dip off. But we probably will trend tomorrow, depending on the news. Either trend up, trend down. Today is more of a consolidation day, just in between key news, PPI, CPI. And we have good, very good news on Friday. Probably good volatility until 1. Maybe 11:30. Very nice. Solid stuff. I think we're about to flush the lows. It's kind of what it's going to. Just low volatility. I really don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. You mean the charts will go up, right? Because I'm just new here, so I'm learning. I really don't make predictions like that, but I'm assuming we're gonna bottom out. But to be fair, it could just consolidate the rest of the day. These last 3-4 hours, it could just consolidate with some spikes here and there. It could do a V-shaped recovery. It's unlikely. It's about 100, 200 points up. Let's pull back 200 points. We can get a fib going just in case. Draw a fib from the high. Fibonacci retracement from the high to the low. We'll probably wick through this low to the downside, so it probably is going to need to move. Okay. Gapper wants 6,440-ish on the ES, but looks like may not happen yet. Yeah, we may hit a bottom soon. The problem is low volatility. I really don't want to touch it too much. ES looks like it's about to fill the gap. ES is 3 points away. We'll remove that. ES is getting close to this gap fill, and Q30 minute is already way past it. Getting close. Not bad. Yes, it's flushing down. 2 points away, 1 point away from filling the gap. Low of day is that red line on the NQ, 23,892. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow, guys. Let's go. Killing it today. Okay. I started a community on X so you guys can post stuff for me to react to, videos, TikToks, news that you want me to react to on stream. You can join here while we wait for the Discord. I'm spamming the links. Join the X community there. You can post everything you want me to react to. Videos, YouTube, shorts, news, just people's takes, etc, etc. It'll fill some of this downtime while we're waiting for a trade. I'm gonna post it on all platforms. But Discord will be coming soon. Discord will be coming soon, probably in a couple weeks. Really depends how quickly I want to expedite it. But join the XCOM. We'll be running the X community. First and foremost, I cannot do it to... Cannot post it in Rumble. I just did. Okay. Appreciate it, Ernesto. Just anything you guys want me to react to, join the XCOM, and we'll be doing that probably daily. And then once we get to Discord, we'll be going back and forth between the XCOM and Discord to fill some of this downtime. Just get thoughts going, watch videos, shorts, react. Just fill some of the dead space while we're waiting for trades. Looks like we're about to wick through the low. ES is still not filled the gap. Talk about some of your biggest wins and losses to fill the space. Good to learn from you. I really don't talk about that. The biggest loss. Depends what you're talking about. I've had a couple areas in crypto. Started trading in Webull, took a couple losses there. Took a couple losses in crypto, but made up for it in the Pepe early adoption. I took losses on this stream. The biggest loss on this stream was 30K. Blew a lot of prop firm accounts in a single day. The biggest win on stream was like 20 something, 25 something. But that's when we were going crazy. All right, we're about to flush through the low market, 23,892. Yeah, but I try not to talk about what I make. Try not. Try not. Merch. All right, we're flushing out low. Little liquidity sweep. ES filled the gap. I think we're gonna come a lot lower. I'm gonna wait for it to flush a little lower. May not. Low volatility. Pretty satisfied with today regardless. Hopefully you guys are doing well. How'd you guys do? How'd you guys do in today's market? Also, did you buy that liquidity sweep? It's pretty sweet. Momentum definitely to the downside, but it's been a slow all day. Yeah, pretty much, Roz. So there's a very key level on the Nasdaq. Very key level. It is at 23,845. It is the previous high market. So that's the bounce area I would look for. About 60 points away. We are going to call it a day though. Volatility has subsided. I'm not going to sit through it. That could be the low of day. ES has filled the gap. NQ has filled the gap as well. ES just filled it. NQ filled it a couple hours ago. Could be low of day. Gotta watch what the NQ 5-minute does with the 21 EMA. If it gets rejected there, this could come to the downside. Like I just said, that key pivot point, 23,847. So it could fill that, it could not. That would be the pivot point I would look for though. That previous market all-time high. Nvidia is still holding. Is Nvidia frozen for me or something? Nvidia has been holding 1.07% pretty much all day. No, it's been tapping in all day. Insane. Nvidia is going crazy. Crypto is going crazy. Metals are going crazy. We have that key meeting with Putin on Friday, so be on the lookout for that. Tomorrow's news, we will be live at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow, trading the market. Tomorrow's news at 8:30 a.m. EST, US PPI year over year, PPI month over month, core PPI year over year, core PPI month over month, US initial jobless claims, US continued jobless claims. So it should be a good first 2 hours of market, very volatile. And I'm expecting less consolidation and more of a trend. More of a trendy day, expecting news with Trump as well. But very good day, very good day, very good day. No losing trades, 100% win rate today. 5 accounts in the green, up like 2,500, 2,600. Nothing crazy, but low volatile, low news today. Wasn't willing to hold any trades as well. Didn't go with trend. It really didn't hit many of my targets as well. The main target I was looking at was that trend line up top, and it didn't get there, so I didn't do the short. End key 882 by next week. The beast, I did pretty good with that is up 1K. Let's go, the beast. Let's go, man. A lot of people did good. A lot of people did good. Let's see what you guys think about how do you think the meeting on Friday with Trump and Putin in Alaska will go. 50% said good, 50% said bad, and then most on the YouTube short stream said bad. Said bad. Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you smash that like button, follow the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell after you subscribe. I will be live again tomorrow. Persevere through resistance, chat. Persevere through resistance. Do not fear the unknown. Do not fear missing out. And there are no missed opportunities. Only the next one. I'll see you tomorrow, chat. Peace. Merch. See you, Legend. See you, Gapper. See you, Beast. See you, Roz. See you, Ed. See you, Stunner. Love you guys. Appreciate the support. Killing it. Merch. Appreciate the support too, Todd. See you guys tomorrow.